The following is a world-class Bullshitters exclusive.
World-class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, DeAndre.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all, we are back at it again, and I am proud to say that my HIV, hypergonolades has cleared up, and I'm feeling healthy, ready to go. Let's do this.
Convenient. That man chuckling in the background is the last Dan Simone, Big Rig Nick Utam.
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Glad to be back.
And finally, American Ramrod, Kendo Slice.
No introduction needed. They know who I am.
Exactly. So, folks, we are back. It is the official podcast, but it's on a Saturday night. We had to switch because we weren't able to do it on Thursday, but we wanted to make sure we put out an episode this week because next week we'll be live at Horror Hound. And because of the way everyone has to travel, we usually don't put out a live episode directly before a live appearance because Nick has to get rest. He has to travel the furthest. He has to go through 4 states, right, to get here?
Yeah, 12. Four to like 16 states, or something like that, So
okay. So once you travel the entire 48 contiguous states and you make your way back to Cincinnati to pick me up because of reasons, then we're able to go. So this is episode 187 this evening. This is a big episode. This is going to be covering everything from the D23 Expo, including Marvel, Star Wars, Disney, part 2 of the flop that is Galaxy's Edge, all kinds of stuff, and a whole hell of a lot more. So this is going to be the big one, the big episode, and it's on a Saturday. So we're drinking, we're having some fun. Make sure you guys are having a good time too. And before we start anything, hit that thumbs up button and let everyone know that you love world-class bullshitters because we love you right back.
Most of you.
Yeah. So, speaking of being back, I'm back. I have been incredibly ill. It's not a joke. It's not an excuse. I was in the hospital. I posted a video of it. I hate to say this, but the reason I posted a video is because a lot of people were skeptical that something was wrong with me. So for the people out there that have complained about a lack of content, I was ill in the hospital. And if you'd like, I can forward you the hospital bill directly, and we can take it from there. But no,
he died 3 times for us.
Yeah. Died 3
I don't know.
times.
So, those people who say this, who weren't sure what was going on and say it was bullshit or whatever, go fuck yourselves. I'm sorry.
I normally would never say that, but I'm like, I've never been this sick in my life. And to have people bitch that I didn't make a Star Wars video or complain about, not being on the high council, I was like, I literally couldn't speak and had a fever and would sleep for 18 hours a day. So the video's on Twitter. The video's on all of our social medias. If you need to see it, I am being pumped full of fluids and I'm sweating my ass off, so I look great as always. And today is the first day that I'm actually up mobile. I'm back home too, and I just I feel good. So if you hear a lot of energy in my voice, it's because I'm back. I can consider myself fully 100%. We will have a video out on Tuesday because Monday's a holiday, and you guys aren't going to watch it anyway. And then we'll be back on schedule. So for those out there wondering what's going on, go back, watch my hospital video, get caught up, and figure it out.
Those catheter IVs are working like magic.
Yeah, well, for those out there like our buddy Phil, I had the worst case of strep some of these people have ever seen. They checked me for a whole bunch of stuff. It was rough. The fever was the part that caught me off guard the most because it was like, I'm okay. I would take a shower to cool down, and the fever would come back, and I was just like woozy as shit. So
yeah, and I mean, yeah, as far as I've known, you haven't been sick for a while in that regard. So the fact that it took you down is, it must have been some lethal shit.
Yeah,
dude, we were it was the week. So what was it? 10 days I was sick. We were covering something live on the channel, and I was like, guys, can you do after hours for me? Because I couldn't stay awake. And so I just muted my mic and kind of fell asleep. And then the following week I had to do that too, because it's weird. It's like I would get better and then it would come back and then I would go to sleep and feel better. But anyway, I don't want to bore anyone else with the sick talk. But if you're wondering what's been up with the channel, it's it. Been sick, haven't been feeling well, but I'm back and I'm happy. So let's start talking about our next big thing here on the channel. That's what we do. We do a little housekeeping to start every not Star Wars show, every podcast.
Freudian slip.
Yes, Freudian slip. That tonight is a Star Wars podcast. So Horror Hound. Kendo, this is going to be our 3rd Horror Hound, right?
Yes, Jeff. It'll be our 3rd Horror Hound. Second in Indianapolis.
What's really cool? I was looking at some old facts and figures. You realize we've almost doubled in size since last Horror Hound in Indianapolis?
No, but that's
You
fantastic.
did call that. You said that was going to happen. So
Yes, we were at 70,000 last year. We're at 133,000 this year and change. So to all the new listeners, thank you and welcome. We appreciate it. And next year we're going to go for 500,000. So it's going to be a crazy year. But Kendo, Horror Hound is a great time to meet us. Could you tell the listeners how they can find us at Horror Hound?
Yes, folks, if you'd like to meet us at Indianapolis Horror Hound, there's one really easy way to do it. Come to Horror Hound to the convention area on Friday night between 5 and 10 o'clock. You'll see us there. Or if you can't make it then, Saturday, we're there from, I think it's 10 to 7.
Yeah.
If you can't make it there, come see us on Sunday, where we'll be there. I think it's 10 to 4 or 10 to 5.
10 to 4. 10 to 4.
10 to 4. And those are the opportunities you'll have to meet us.
Yeah, we'll be at the table the entire times that we've announced. We're going to have fun. Come meet us, shoot the shit. We'll be drinking, and we'll be doing some channel stuff in the interim. So if you're missing Good Morning Pop Culture, well, I have good news for you. Saturday, this coming Saturday, a week from today, you'll get a Good Morning Pop Culture live from Horror Hound. It's going to be all of us on camera talking about it, as well as anything you guys want to cover. So do not miss out. That'll be Saturday, September, 7th?
7th.
Yep.
At, I don't know, let's say 10:30 p.m. or 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Morning in Thailand. There we go. That's the time we run on. Thailand time. Okay. So one more big announcement. What was that? I didn't copy.
One night in Bangkok.
Ooh, makes the hard man humble. Not much between despair and ecstasy. Those are the words.
No, yeah.
That is Joel's favorite song.
I bet it is.
Yeah.
It would be.
There's
It
a
would be.
shock considering his favorite activities.
Yeah. I just love how it says Hastings in the song. So
It's true. He is the tranny king of the Kakalakis.
both north and south.
That's right.
So while we also have another announcement to make, I could play dick move and be like, oh, I'll make the announcement at the end of the show, but we have a structure here on World Class Bullshitters. So we have an announcement to make about the High Council. So the High Council is not dead. We're not taking a break. Nothing has changed. We had a miscommunication with Ethan this past week. That is why the show did not happen, but the show's not dead at all. The big announcement I'm going to make is we have an awesome guest, somebody that you guys have requested. He's been on the council only one time before, and instead of making you wait and say, oh, find out on Tuesday, I'm going to tell you now because I want everybody and their fucking uncle to show up to this show. Robot Head is coming back. So if you know Robot Head, he's had millions of views on his Star Wars The Last Jedi content. He's coming back to discuss the Rise of Skywalker trailer, well, D23 Expo exclusive look, or special look as they call it, as well as a whole other bunch of topics. And so basically this week's High Council is going to be the show that you guys were dying for last week, as well as, this podcast. We're going to cover a lot of stuff too. So for once, because of the way time works, we're going to be able to scoop the High Council, but you're going to want to catch that as well. So that'll be this Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on World Class Bullshitters. And as I said, because I'm back, I'm 100% healthy and happy to be back to doing this. Expect the High Council to start on time and have some fun with Robot Head. So if you guys love that, just spread the word. He agreed to be on it. And to keep the High Council exciting and fresh, we're going to try to get really awesome guests throughout the rest of the year because this is a Star Wars year. People talk about, well, this is an election year. This is a whatever year. This is a non-compliancy year, according to Dion's wife. He knows all about that. But this is a Star Wars year, and the High Council is the best Star Wars podcast in the world, so you're not going to want to miss it. So every week, we're going to have something awesome planned that is on World Class Bullshitters. So be excited for Robot Head. Mundane Matt will never be a host or a guest, Dio Brando, so don't worry about that. And I'm glad you guys are all excited for the Robot Head talk. So are you guys ready to talk about the thing that we missed earlier because of, death and shit? Star Wars: The Rise of the
Gods.
Might as well.
Okay, so we're going to do this roundtable wise, as we always do, starting with, you know what, Kendo? We're going to start with you today because you saw the trailer or the little clip, right?
Yeah, it was stupid.
Okay, fair enough. But you always have to go last. We're going to go first with you. Kendo, what were your thoughts on the Rise of Skywalker special clip?
Well, I mean, I think I kind of summed it up with it looked really stupid. But, yeah. So I watched the clip. I got people sending it to me. They're like, dude, you got to watch this. You got to watch this. And I'm like, all right, let's take a look-see. And it gives you the nostalgia thing because it has to cover all the stuff that's come before this. And then you get hit with all the stupidness. And you got him showing up at fucking Coachella. And then you got the Rey with her that lightsaber multi-blade, and it's like, what is this shit? And I stopped the video, I set my phone down, sat there at my desk, and I looked down. I was like, yeah, it's as bad as I expected it to be. They're going to do something really dumb here. And, well, boys, we're on the path to episode 200, which will happen the night of Star Wars Episode 9.
Yes, it will.
Live from Cincinnati, Ohio. Not Star Wars. That's not going to be live from there, but
If
we'll be
only
live
we
from
could
there.
scoop that.
If there was a way we could pull that off, folks, we would do it. But no, it's dude, it did nothing but reinforce every not happy feeling I've had for it. I've seen mixed reviews on my social media timelines. The fanboys that love everything Star Wars. I mean, it could be a video of a dude, getting pounded by a donkey, but as long as it says Star Wars in the title, they'll be like, "This is the greatest film we've ever seen."
Don't give them ideas. Don't give them any ideas. Jesus, that's way.
It
too
would be a
close to home.
sponky, by the way. And if it said Star Wars and had a crawl, they would be like, "This is the greatest Star Wars film of all time." And then they would have theories about the donkey and whether or not he's a Sith Lord. So that's where we're at right now. Everybody that's in the tank 100% will eat this shit up. People like us that are like, well, we know what good Star Wars is and we know what bad Star Wars is. We're going to hate it. And I see it now. We're going to hate it.
Dion,
Yes.
you've been a friend for 10 years. We've been
Yes.
Star Wars fans our entire lives, mostly.
Yes.
We were equally burned with episode 7 and 8. So what were your thoughts
Yes.
on this special look at episode 9?
Anything with people in it looked fucking terrible. As far as like, I think effects wise from the trailer looks great. I mean, the scene with all the I want to say I'm gonna call them that. Fuck it. The Imperial fleet in the nebula. I thought that looked awesome. That was awesome. But everything with people looked fucking terrible. I mean, it's very clear that Rey and Ben Solo are going to be the main focus of this film.
They banging, bro.
Rey, they're doing a lot more than banging. They're banging, slanging, and fucking up a whole franchise because she does not look very interested in it. The scenes that they show Solo in, he doesn't look bad, but I don't know how many times they're gonna have them doing scenes. It just looks so bad, especially everyone's going crazy with Sith Rey or whatever the fuck. That looked terrible. It looked like her playing dress up. It was really bad. I mean, the lightsaber I thought was kind of cool. I like that, but she looked like she was a fucking kid at Halloween, but her parents were too stupid to really know what Star Wars is, so they just bought her a robe and she had it on. And I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna be fucking terrible. So yeah, I'm more worried than ever, especially now. It's like, now all the main characters, some of which you hated, now they're all specifically going on a mission just together, and they're gonna find the Death Star. And because there was a Death Star in the previous movies, guys. I don't know if you knew that, but there's another one.
Was
in this
Wait.
one? Yeah, there's a crashed one in this one.
Hold on.
And they
No,
go-
you're crazy. You're crazy. You're
Nope.
crazy.
Dude,
No,
fuck
I
off,
swear
you're
to you,
lying.
I would never lie to you guys.
Lying.
There's a Death Star in this one. It is. Yeah.
What an original
Nope.
idea. That I've never
Nope.
seen
No,
that before in a Star Wars movie.
I think I think what it really is, it's a board cube. It's not really like a Death Star spherical thing.
Trust me, I got inside information. There's at least a Death Star reference in this bad boy.
Okay.
And it looks terrible.
Okay,
So-
I'll allow that one.
Ugh, it's no bueno, my boys. It's no bueno.
Well, Nick, before we go into what I want to jump off of what Dion said. Nick, what were your thoughts when you saw this?
Just like we've been hunting twice now. I don't care for it. I just don't care for it anymore. I am done. I'm over it. I mean, as soon as I showed her little, I guess her hinged lightsaber, I was like, "What? You're trying to sell toys now?" Even with C-3PO and his red eyes and what looks like, I guess he's in a TIE fighter or something. I was like, "What are you doing? What is this? What's going on here?"
You can buy lightsabers like that at many adult stores. They're called multi-tool.
Oh my god! Yeah, I'm done. I'm over it. Even though the last one was horrible and just didn't make any sense. I'm not looking forward to this one. I'm looking forward to meeting up with you guys and watching it together. That's the only good thing about it. Other than that, I don't want to be in the theater to actually watch it. If we could just be together and pretend we watched it and talk about it and just drink, I'd be happy with with that. But I don't
Duke's
care.
brothers bet we're gonna have more fun with each other.
And the one shot they
yeah,
have
agreed.
of Carrie Fisher looks really, really fake. It looks really horrible.
Well, duh.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to have a realistic looking image of a woman that's been dead for 3 years.
Yeah.
So I saw this, and it's like the screw me once, shame on you, screw me twice, shame on me type of thing. So what happens when there's a third time? Well,
You get screwed twice
yeah,
in the backside.
yeah,
No
it's
lube.
not, yeah, the dark side is right. So I saw this D23 Expo special look, and I keep stressing special because it's very special, if you know what I mean. And I thought, all right, well, we're copying Revenge of the Sith. That's the first thing I thought. Look at the little picture I got on the screen, the little spire that Kylo and Rey fought on. It's literally the blue version of the red version of Mustafar. It's like, okay, so since we've ripped off Return of the Jedi a lot, and now, by the way, folks, I got a video coming out this week with my thoughts on this. It goes a little deeper. We'll cover some of those points tonight because I want to hear what you guys have to say. But I was watching this and I thought to myself, okay, Revenge of the Sith. You got to copy another final chapter in the Star Wars trilogy. Revenge of the Sith was a pretty damn good movie. So, okay, cool. And that lightsaber duel, while not my favorite, I respect it. Another thing that popped out to me was, Dion, you talked about the fleet, the ghost fleet of the old Star Destroyers, and the way that the rebels came out of Lightspeed is literally from Return of the Jedi. Remember that shot where they're all like, they first get to the Death Star, boom, 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 and they all come out of the camera? That, again, it's all about emotional manipulation through visual imagery with Disney Star Wars. It's never like, let's remind you of something slightly kind of like a musical cue, like in, for example, For Your Eyes Only. When James Bond types in the code to get into the locker, it's the Spy Who Loved Me theme. Nobody does it better. That's a nice little callback. It's it. It's done. They don't sit.
Well, even in Star Wars, they did it in Episode 2 when he kills the Sand People. They have a small snippet of the Imperial March.
Yep.
Yeah. That was building towards the decline into the Darth Vader
the heel turn.
Yeah, heel turn, if you will. But no, I saw that and I thought, boom, another Return of the Jedi ripoff. And then you see Rey and her training and all this stuff. It's like, hey, that's great. She's training in the 3rd chapter. When the story's supposed to be at the end, you finally do what the fuck you're supposed to do in the beginning, in the middle chapter. Awesome. Just what I wanted. It's like, hey, we're going to fix all your problems, guys, in the 3rd movie. And it's like, awesome, but you gave me a broken trilogy. Okay, so I'm going to stop my thoughts on this for a moment. I want to ask you guys, did you hear J.J. Abrams' comments on how he thought that Episode 8 did not derail anything from Episode 9? Like, this was all part of the master plan?
Yeah, which you can smell the bullshit coming off him, and not in a good way like with us, but the fact that he's like, well, and it's funny because like the question was unprompted from when I was reading it. So I'm like, because they asked him like about the direction of 9, and then he randomly referenced, oh, well, 8 didn't derail the franchise. I was like, so 1, you were either coached to answer that way, or 2, you flat out know how shitty 8 is, and they specifically behooved you to try and convince everyone that, hey, we're on the right track, and you did 7, so now you're on 9, and you're gonna do it. It was, again, another con man move. It was so blatant. I was like, holy okay, JJ. Now that I know that you're on the bullshit wheel, it's ridiculous.
Well, I don't believe that for 1 minute, because if this was all part of the master plan, why would you introduce Snoke to have him die and then bring back the Emperor to replace the hole filled by Snoke's death?
Right. And let alone, you can't tell me that you planned on having whatever it be, whether it's her Jedi trial or her final encounter with Ben Solo, happen, and you keep reusing Death Star imagery. That wasn't planned. There's no way in fucking hell that when you guys leaked that photo before 7 came out of everyone at the round table, there's no way that was fucking in there. There's no fucking way that was there.
You keep talking about Death Star. In our video that comes out this week, look at the thing that Rey and Kylo are fighting on. And our friend Ichibaka over at Star Wars, or Disney Star Wars is Dumb, actually posted some images that show that this is one of those command rods that Obi-Wan Kenobi used to depower the deflector shield. Excuse me, the tractor beam from A New Hope. Like, he even has images of like the little holes and shit. Like, this is essentially what this is. Now, I am not happy with the fact that there's pieces of the Death Star. I mean, the thing went into a billion pieces when they blew it up. I mean,
It blew the hell up. I mean, it was a massive fucking explosion.
Yeah, I don't buy that there's big chunks of the Death Star hanging around Yavin or wherever the fuck it landed. No, it's a little different. It just vaporized.
Yeah.
Well, in I guess story building aside, even if, in my guess, maybe it is Yavin. Who knows? Maybe they do kind of address why it's like in the fucking desert and all this shit. But even if your plan was to try and have some remnant of the previous franchise be her Jedi trial or be the climax of the story, you've done it in every movie. So the fact that they did it twice and they still think it's a good idea to have some remnant from the original trilogy be a huge part of the story, I don't understand what the thought process. I don't understand how you like. This is tripling down on that. It didn't work twice before. It didn't work. The movie got panned or it divided the fan base, as I said. Doing that whole let's have another reference in the climax thing didn't work. Let's do it again. It's like, holy shit, who's paying you guys?
Yeah. I mean, I don't understand what the hell the payoff of this movie is supposed to be anyway. Because she wins in the first movie and she wins in the second movie. I mean, are they going to try to argue, well, technically the first world order, for life won in the second one, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, did they though? I mean, they got away, but Snoke got killed and they destroyed his ship and they pretty much destroyed everybody that it's a command ship. So all the high ranking people should be on it. So she's won 2 out of 2. What's the stakes in this one? There isn't any.
None whatsoever.
Yeah,
exactly.
And then she's untrained. She doesn't know. She's supposed to not know what she's doing. All of a sudden, she has the powers. It was all bullshit from the jump.
I think we should get a hashtag going in the vein of one of our favorite pastimes, the old WWE. Hashtag Lal Ray wins. Because that's exactly what's going to happen in this movie. She is Space John Cena. She's Spawn Spina. Okay.
Oh God,
you can't see her. So that's what we need. We need a hashtag Lal Ray wins. That's what I want everybody to go out there and flood every Star Wars post you see with a hashtag Lal Ray wins. Do it to our stuff too. If you see us post something on Twitter, fucking hit us with that hashtag. Let's get it trending. Hashtag LOLREY wins.
Yeah, that's how it's going to go down. So I'm trying to think about, the finality of a trilogy, a story, because they told us this ends the Skywalker saga, which I don't believe this was ever the plan for this.
Skywalker died in the last one. I mean, I don't know why it's
too hard.
Yeah, he pushed too hard and he disappeared. Even though his metal hand didn't clang into the ocean.
Where was the Terminator hand going clank?
Apparently it's with God now.
Why would you take it? Look, if you got your arm cut off and you got a Terminator hand, why would you take that with you to the Force afterlife?
I don't know.
It should have gone clank. You should get your regular hand back. It'd be like, Chubbs when he gets his hand back.
Remember, The Last Jedi was created from a first draft.
You don't say. Right. It didn't come through that way on film.
Every time you say that never ceases to amaze me that someone paid
it doesn't
a lot of money for that, and it was the fucking rumored to the first goddamn draft. Holy shit!
Well, the best
remember
part
all the
is,
first drafts you written in college, and how many of those were A pluses?
Every one.
Oh,
yeah.
So you went to Ryan Johnson University. Good for you, sir.
Yeah, and my teachers were dumb. No, the Luke Skywalker thing. So look, folks, we're not going to read you the spoilers right now. This podcast isn't meant for that. Now, the video that I have coming out has a spoiler list and spoiler warnings and how you can jump over that and stuff. So that'll be the time when we cover the spoilers in depth. But all I will say is it seems like this trailer, this special look, confirms a lot of those. Kind of like how the Endgame the movie Avengers Endgame confirmed a lot of the Captain Marvel speculation from behind the scenes. You know, how she was cut out of the film. There's 2 cuts, this, that, and the other.
Right.
With oddly specific mentions. So sometimes this shit you find on Reddit has more validity than you might give it credit for.
Which is kind of terrifying, but you know, it is what it is.
So, for example, like I got to hang out with a listener while I was in California, and he has a friend who worked at Lucasfilm, and that guy was awesome and told me all kinds of crazy stories. Some I could share, some I won't share, but I'll tell you guys off the air. That'll be fun.
Damn right,
I mean,
privilege.
That's how, you know, people like that, and you know, stories get spread. It's very easy to believe that some of these leaks can easily get out there. So, with that being said, I don't want a time travel Star Wars movie.
I don't think anyone does. Like, who the fuck wants a time
nobody
travel
does,
Star Wars
because
movie?
that's a horrible idea. Like, how are they even going to time travel? Are they going to do it like in Star Trek, where they just go into the sun or race through it or whatever? Like,
They have to slingshot around it at 88 miles per hour through a wormhole.
Yeah, with their Mr. Fusion strapped to an X.
Or are they going to get like 8 Jedis together to concentrate in like one spot in the room, and it just like opens up a wormhole to whatever time they want to?
That's what happens when 2 Jedis bang.
So
It's called a force hole.
is that Ray's force hole we're talking?
Oh boy, it's gonna be one of those nights.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's Saturday, bro. It's Saturday.
That is for the boys.
Yeah, Saturday's for the fans too. By the way, folks, we have 933 people watching. That's great numbers. Can we get some thumbs up, please? We have like 8 thumbs up. Not a good ratio. Before we get into the next part, I wanted to talk about, you know, the lack of ships, how there's a speeder chase through the desert, a jungle planet, and all this other stuff. I'm going to read a couple of our super chats. So we have quite a few, actually. We're going to read some of these now, and we'll get to more later. First off, our friend Dr. Coffin Nails, Bad Bond 27. A good man is hard to kill. Again, not as bad as No Time to Die.
I mean, like they say,
That's actually a pretty good
man
title.
down.
Yeah.
I would actually watch a movie called A Good Man is Hard to Kill.
I'm about to say, I like that title a lot.
It feels like a Denzel Washington movie circa 2008.
Yeah.
Or Idris Elba circa 2020.
Oh.
Idris Elba circa every year from now on.
God.
Cesario,
Idris Elba.
you don't love that man?
I'm gonna say no.
He's a fine actor. He's just not James Bond.
No.
He'll never be. He'll never be.
He was wonderful in Hobbs and Shaw. He was great in Hobbs and Shaw.
He was fantastic in The Wire.
Yeah.
He was even great in Thor.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was Nelson Mandela, goddammit.
Was he really? I thought that was Morgan Freeman.
Hey, man, you know I played Nelson Mandela?
Dude, they can make more than one Nelson Mandela movie.
That's true.
Do you remember
It's not crazy. There have been 2 of them in the span of like 5 years.
Why don't they treat a Nelson Mandela movie like they treated that Bob Dylan movie, where they had multiple actors play him through different points in his life?
Ooh.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That would be pretty
I
interesting.
think it probably helps. I guess part of his wife was fucking crazy, so that might be part of why they don't do that.
Yeah.
I love hearing that so much. Like, he was in jail for like 27 years, something like that, and then he was married for like 9 months.
Well, you guys know all
Apparently,
about
jail is better than marriage for this guy. He's like, shit.
What about not the Mandalorian? We'll talk about that later. What about the Mandela effect? You guys ever look into that?
Yeah, dude, that bedtime stories video about that. I was laying on the couch, kind of drifting off to sleep, kind of dozing off when I was listening to that one. That one fucked me up for a good couple hours.
I got a Star Wars themed one I'm working on for the channel.
Ooh.
Because the closer we get to the Rise of Skywalker, I have some non-time specific Star Wars related content that's going to require a lot of post-production, but it's worth it. And I'm not going to announce any of them outside of that little hint right there, but I think there's 3 of them. You guys, we've talked about them before, actually.
Okay.
But yeah, that's going to be fun. But yeah, Nelson Mandela played by... Who would play a young Nelson Mandela?
Michael
B. Jordan.
Exactly. That's the correct answer.
Who was also in The Wire with Idris Elba.
Yes, he was. And
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Our friend and moderator, Cesario Japan, says, too much hashtag Weebor stuff to digest. Catch this later. Well, Cesario Japan, you always got to catch WCBS first, man. We're the first and foremost, and you're a moderator. We kind of need you.
Right. Don't make us fire you.
You can moderate the chat after there's no chat. It's like, awesome. Thanks. Actually, though, all joking aside, thanks for everything. Cynical Centrist, thank you very much for a huge super chat. Says, for help with the medical bills. I'm glad you are okay. Sorry that people gave you a hard time. Let us know if you need to go fund me, okay? Love your channel. Well, Cynical Centrist, I appreciate that. I actually haven't opened the thing. I know what it's going to cost because I had to do some of the stuff, but I appreciate it. But no, if it's like $18,000 for a ER visit, I'm just going to sue California.
There you go.
There you go.
They don't extradite.
No, all they need to do is give me a Tesla. I'll sell the Tesla, pay off my bills, and then buy a cheaper Tesla with the remainder.
There you go.
Those cars were everywhere.
Dude, they're all
You
over
even fit
Atlanta.
in the Tesla?
There's an SUV Tesla, Dion. Give me a break, all right?
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure.
Yeah, they got a triple XL Tesla out there rolling around. It's
Is
really
that
just
how
one.
they-
It's one
that
giant
how they
compartment
size
on
cars?
4 wheels. Yeah.
Can I get the large Tesla, please?
Well, you realize like,
Tesla?
I had to drive around in a Prius out there in California, so
Ooh.
Well,
you laughed, Dion, but we had to drive a Prius in Texas.
that's what made me start laughing. I was like, "Oh, did you put that one in your pocket too?"
It's on my keychain, bro.
It's Ant-Man all over again. That's what it is.
You would think they'd have somebody there at the car rental place when Jeff walks up and they're like, no, you cannot fit in that. We're putting you in this.
It's like, please give me a minivan.
Every time I think about Jeff going to one of the small cars, I think of Hightower every time.
Rip out the front seat.
Yep.
Police Academy is such a great movie. Let's see. Matt Joseph says, I'll see you mofos at Horror Hound.
All right, man.
We'll see you there.
First. Sleepy says, good to see you guys. Here's to a great show. Well, Sleepy, thank you very much. And I think we're off to a pretty awesome start. I'm really feeling it tonight. How about you guys?
Oh,
Oh,
definitely.
I'm feeling good, baby. I'm lubricated.
Oh, yeah. I'm feeling good, but it could also be the 6-pack, but we'll see.
Well, you were talking about rocket fuel earlier, Dion, so I'm happy.
That's right. Got my bourbon ready to go, son. I'm already sipping.
Oh yeah,
and
I got
thinking.
my whiskey right here too. I'm ready to get white girl wasted.
Woo!
Ooh.
Let's do this. Dr. Coffinails, thank you very much. He says, is Jeff still the same down-to-earth guy now that he's a YouTube big shot and dating a Hollywood actress? Hope so.
He is not.
I can confirm yes.
I can confirm that he's gone mega prima donna in the chats. You should see him. He talks about himself in the third person. He's always wearing fucking sunglasses. It's crazy.
And the weird thing is, his first stalker is Courtney Cox. It was the strangest fucking thing.
I couldn't believe it either. He's never even won the WCW title. Why would she be interested in him?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh shit, real quick. This is all out of the loop real quick since they brought up my Hollywood actress girlfriend. Yes. I am dating a woman who's been on Grey's Anatomy and many other television shows. It's kind of cool. Yeah. We talked about it for all 5 minutes. So.
I'm dating a woman on a milk carton, so I mean,
Wait, what?
Whoa.
Kidnapped
That took
her?
a turn.
Yeah.
I've been kidnapped.
no, she was kidnapped a long time ago.
Oh.
By who, Kendo?
I didn't pry. It's personal business, man.
Okay, good.
I expect that $50,000 reward, though. I'll tell you
It was
that.
like it's like, hey, let's let the past be. We're not going to pry.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
I wanted to make a quick announcement, though. I wanted to do this at the beginning of the show. Our Patreon, we finally uploaded our, for this month, our $1 Million But Star Wars celebration. So that's got Anna, that Star Wars girl, Jesse, Milestone, Mindless Entertainment, all of us, and a couple other people. That's like, what, an hour and 41 minutes?
Yeah,
So-
it's feature length basically. It's feature length and it's both sides. It's 2 camera angles. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
So if you're one of our $10 and up patrons, you're going to get that video. We also have a surprise Captain Marvel drunk commentary video that you can watch over there soon, and that'll be coming out. I'll put that a little earlier in the month. I don't want to put everything on the last day of the month because it's kind of hard to keep track. Maybe mid-month, and you guys will get that. But watch it and let me know what you guys thought. I am genuinely curious. But Dr. Coffinails, I haven't changed too much. I don't eat avocado. I ate some like Alfredo with mushroom sauce, so I changed a little bit. But
That doesn't actually sound too bad. I mean,
Yeah.
As long as it wasn't like tofu.
Yeah. I don't touch tofu. Jesse was like, "You want tofu?" I said, "Fuck no."
No.
I said, "I want steak," and she made steak.
Like I don't like my beans curd. I like them barbecued and baked.
Mm.
That's right. How they smoke them.
That's right.
There you go. There you go. God damn it.
Dude, smoked beans sounds so good right now. I didn't eat much
Right.
of it.
Right. I just want to know how they smoke them. That's all.
I mean, New Orleans sounds good right now. What are you talking about?
Shit. Don't joke.
Maybe that's what we should create our GoFundMe for. Jeff needs to, he needs some healthy healing time in New Orleans for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Some Creole remedies.
Yeah, we need to take him to a Bourbon Street at least 3 to 4 times a day.
Yeah.
So,
His convalescence tour through New Orleans.
there you go.
Oh my god, I love that. The Master 12 says, "Here's some shekels to help pay for the bills. How much will Disney falsify the box office numbers for the Rise of Skywalker like they did with Captain Feminism?"
They're probably gonna go pretty far for that.
Dude, talking about the Rise of Skywalker's already hit $1 million on the box office just in 2 hours. It's not even out yet.
They're really good at that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
The movie it'll be a month before the release date, and it'll be the largest opening ever.
Hasn't already like had something had like something happen with it where like they've taken away reviews for it already or something for it. So who knows?
Yeah, I did. Look, it's kind of funny how we'll talk about stuff, and people say, "Well, that seems crazy," and so then they go on Twitter and they make up all these accusations about the fandom menace, and they say, "Oh, they did this, they did that, they made up." Oh, Captain Marvel, these random movie tickets didn't sell. They're making up. These are what's the word I'm trying to think of? Conspiracy theories. Well, then, a week after their fucking SEC filings come out or their reports, we find out that they lost money. Then we find out that there's a whistleblower saying that they falsified bullshit for billions of dollars over multiple years. So it kind of seems like all the shit we talk about that people say, "Oh, this is Disney. They're family friendly." Fuck Sony.
Oh, shit.
We have all these things that come out, and we're still the crazy ones because we don't buy their bullshit hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, we're not the crazy ones. The crazy ones are that believes that everything Big Mouse tells them to do. Those are the crazy ones.
That's the thing I don't understand. Is like they're a major corporation. They bought another studio. They own 3 studios now. It's like, why are you not questioning what they do? Why are you not looking into what they do? Why are you just giving them your money just because your kids seem to like it? Like, this is a bad thing. Don't do that.
I love Cinderella as a child.
That's all well and good. Buy the Blu-ray and be fucking happy. Buy it on Amazon for digital stuff and just be happy. Then so you have a digital copy and a physical copy in case Disney decides to fuck you, because they're probably going to. So
I'm still waiting for my copy of Song of the South that they refused to release and or acknowledge.
So I mean, I know we talked about it. It was what American Eagle Outfitters had bought all those tickets for Captain Marvel. It's like spend $50 and get a free Captain Marvel ticket or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then and it's weird too. I'm going to make a video on it because it all goes back from that to Fandango all the way back to Rotten Tomatoes because they're all owned by the same company.
It's funny though, because for $50 at American Eagle, that's half a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Or half a movie.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah. If you buy the whole T-shirt, do you get 2 tickets?
Oh, jeez. Well, dude, and I think it was we had Roddick on the channel one time. And he was telling us like back in the day that something happened in Rotten Tomatoes where all of a sudden like positive reviews started showing up for a movie out of nowhere. And I was like, oh, if they can do stuff like that, 5 years ago, they could do it now. It's just, and all of a sudden we get the fan events gets blamed for this stuff. It doesn't make sense. These corporations have been screwing with people for years, and we come along and try to spread some truth, and they're mad at us because we popped their little wonderful bubble of life. Sorry, but you got to face the facts.
Well, I mean, Disneyland is falling apart around these people. We know Disneyland sales or attendance was down. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opened in Florida and ain't doing too hot. So, I mean, it's like every time something bad happens to Disney that shows like maybe you didn't make the right choices over the course of like 5 years and fans are kind of tired of your shit. There's always an excuse like the John Campions of the world or the Collider people, just these bought and paid for advertising campaigns. And people like us who have nothing to gain, we just want to entertain people and tell them what's up. We always get this like smear across our face, but then we're validated when the truth comes out. I think almost every time for this channel, because we never here on World Class Bullshit ever said Kathleen Kennedy would get fired last September.
No, we never said that. We
never said that on this channel. But I think almost everything else we guessed came true, right?
Yes.
Just about. I mean, especially in terms of numbers, and, because what do we say all the time? Make a good story, build around that. When you go off that path, shit gets weird. And sure, what was the big one that we said about The Last Jedi was what was it? The the Russian bot thing. That we came up with that shit too. We were like, I guarantee you that the majority of those are fucking fake, and then sure enough, like, oh well, the fans are still toxic, but yeah, a lot of those that were harassing what's her name were fake accounts. Like, oh well, we called that shit out because all of a sudden she's the one that gets ramrodded by all these random accounts that were only, most of them that were commenting were only like fucking a month old at the time or some shit like that. But then then it's like, oh wait, no, but yeah, those were fake, but Daisy really fucking, she got off of social media, and it was like, no, she did an interview ahead of time, so this isn't the first time, especially for major bullshit going down, so you're welcome, America.
Yeah. It just find it funny. It's like that, how movies have those aha moments where it's like everything comes together.
Yes,
right.
We're living in that aha moment right now. It's like, the dark times are over. We can kind of ride high for a little bit into the episode 9 release, because it's like, hey, all these terrible things, including like I will always say, like, we didn't create making Star Wars videos. We never created certain types of things, but we did really kind of do the Star Wars toy video and the analytics of the merchandise and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And again, if you follow the numbers and you follow our videos, which always have the numbers to back them up, you watch the decline, meaning people aren't buying Star Wars. And we talk about The Last Jedi. They always try to frame it. Framing is very important in all of communication, but the way they always frame it is like, well, The Last Jedi was a critical success that made $1.3 billion. Okay. We always look at what, the critics are kind of iffy. We always talk about the bought and pay for critics, but the box office is like $750 million less. So they always frame it differently. I wonder how they're going to frame this coming movie if it underperforms. Like, officially, this channel is not stating that the movie's going to fail, but I say it makes less than The Last Jedi.
Oh, easily.
Yeah, I'm calling it under $1 billion. That's my call.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be under $1 billion. I know I made the statement before The Last Jedi that it'd be like the law of diminishing returns. The original Star Wars did this much. The Empire did, I think it was like 2/3 of that, and then Jedi did like 2/3 of that. That's kind of where I put it. And I don't know if The Last Jedi did 2/3 of what The Force Awakens did, but I guarantee you that the next one will be pretty much the same thing. It won't go past The Last Jedi. I don't know if I think it'll make it at least possibly to $1 billion, but it ain't gonna get anywhere close to what Episode 8 did.
Well, I mean, Scott Mendelson always talks. It's weird too. He's another person. Like, I would bet, like, not just a Dukes Brothers bet, but I'd put $50 down that he knows who we are, because we talk about him a lot. In the
no, he knows. He knows.
But if you pay attention,
he has to.
But if you pay attention to the way he's reported over the last year, since his videos about toxic white males or box office poison, all this shit, he's actually really changed his stance on like Disney movies and Star Wars in general. And he talks about how, like, he still stands by that they'll make money and this and that, but he also talks about the possibilities that are not guaranteed things. It's like these people are finally waking up to this, and I'm really hoping that, like, we'll get back into the movie talk in a minute, but this is more of like a talk about the movie reporting. I'm really hoping that the reporting around Episode 9 is very honest, because everyone bought in.
Well, it has to be now.
7, 8.
It has to be.
The biggest dupe in history.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and as far and here's the funny thing, like, Disney's not doing, as far as I know, they're not pulling any weird stuff, like having it to where the movie has to be in a big theater for 4 weeks, out of in the first month or whatever, in one of the major, the bigger theaters in the theater, so in one of the bigger screens, like they did with The Last Jedi. So
yeah, I don't think they can pull that off. We'll find out the closer we get. Obviously, we're going to cover that stuff.
Yeah,
but it'll be interesting to see. I'm excited, not like excited as in like to buy shit. Well, I'm interested to see how Force Friday 3 or whatever, with the release of the video game, the toy line, and whatever else. I'm interested to see how that performs, because I have a video coming out next. I don't know if I should do them like stretched out or just put them all in a row, because I got so many of these things I want to make. That's talking about the death of the Star Wars brand again. It's not like I'm beating a dead horse here. There's new information, new statistics, and I'm really excited. I haven't gone back to stores to film, so there you go. So let's see. We had a couple more super chats from, let's see. First off, our friend Jason Green, thank you very much. He says, haven't been interested since they announced episode 7. Someone put the Tim the Toolman Taylor head on that meme with the multi-tool.
Oh my god,
Dude, that would be great.
I do love that gif. As soon as I saw it, I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, this is amazing. It's Swiss Army Ray. Like that's what it is.
Yeah.
They should go with the toothpick. That's my question.
I know
clitoral stimulating action.
I know gifs don't normally have sounds. Can we get that Toolman effect that as the thing fucking opens up? I would die.
Yeah.
So,
Or if you just get one with Ray holding the double lightsaber, you just hear instead of the glowing of the lightsaber, it's the vibing of the you know what. Yeah.
Obi-Wan 27883, shout out to him. I had the opportunity to meet him and hang out with him. So thank you for everything, man. He says that Kylo is not allowed to have the high ground. I have the high ground always.
Oh.
Do you think they're gonna pull that shit where Rey like maims Kylo Ren?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I don't think she's gonna maim him. I think she's gonna sort of kill him.
I don't think that's gonna happen. No,
Yeah,
no.
I think
Here's my prediction. She's gonna fucking turn him into a paraplegic. She's gonna fuck him up. He's gonna lose some body parts, and then he's gonna redeem himself. And at the end, we're gonna see a shot of them two living together in happy, light force lifestyles with their little children's running around.
and their Whole Foods grocery bags and everything.
That's right. They're gonna have tote bags to go shopping made out of hemp, and they're gonna be a very green family.
Yeah, they're gonna own a moisture evaporator farm, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah, and a minimalist house.
Oh yeah. And only drink blue milk.
Yeah, but no, it has to be sourced from a small hormone,
non-GMO, non-hormone.
Cows are fed natural Tatooine grass.
Even though
Only
Tatooine's
grown
a
one
desert,
part of the planet.
natural.
I have good news. We've passed 1,000 viewers. So, folks,
Hey.
Oh yeah.
29 thumbs up. Can we get some thumbs up to help people find this live stream? Saturday seems to be like a pretty awesome time to live stream.
Yeah, this is actually really great.
Yeah, maybe in the future we'll find some time for like a secret Saturday night stream if we can build an audience for it. I know, right? Ooh. Love it. So thank you, folks, for being here with us tonight. This is episode 187. It's our replacement for a Thursday podcast because we weren't able to get together on Saturday, but we wanted to have a show because next week we don't do a show live before Horror Hound. Also, heads up for the people in the chat. I saw it rolling. We're not covering the spoiler leaks on Reddit on tonight's stream. I have a video coming out Tuesday that does cover those. We talk about those there. So basically, that's my way of saying don't miss any of the videos because we're going to be covering everything that's been coming out from Star Wars, Marvel, and a whole other slew of pop culture topics as the landscape evolves.
I want to read the one spoiler I got right here. It's breaking news. It just came over the wire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, breaking news. So here's the spoiler. Rey, after she converts Kylo to the light side, coaches him to win the spelling bee that he lost in the 3rd grade of the Jedi Academy, which caused him to go down the dark path.
Oh
shit!
Yeah.
Damn, that's insane.
Oh my God.
That's insane. Is that in Common Tongue or Celestian or Wookiee or what?
It doesn't say. It doesn't say.
Okay.
It just says the spelling bee he lost in the 3rd grade Jedi Academy. So, I mean, I'm guessing the Jedi. I was gonna say, I'm guessing the Jedi use the Common Tongue, so I'm assuming that's the word they went. But that's a spoiler from episode 9. Rey helps him by coaching him to win the spelling bee that to redeem himself.
Kylo and the Bee.
That's right.
Kylo and the Bee.
Swallow and the Bee.
Can somebody make that poster Kylo and the Bee, please?
I would hope so. Wasn't there a movie called Aquila and the Bee?
It is.
Yes,
that's
Aquila and the Bee with
Please
Lawrence
like Kylo and
Fishburne.
the Bee and tweet it to us because that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Just replace the faces, like leave the black bodies, but have like Ray replace Lawrence Fishburne.
So it's like a white dude faces.
And then just put fucking Adam Driver's face on the body of a little small black child.
That would be fantastic, folks. If you could go ahead and get that for us and send it to us on Twitter with the hashtag LawRayWins.
Oh my god, I want to keep Twitter on just for that. Ah, jeez.
Under Robot says Anna found that women shouldn't wear a dress when in line for the Falcon due to the catwalks. When you're at the bottom, there's a lot to see. So that's a Star Wars celebration, I guess, or not celebration.
Hell yeah!
No, Galaxy's Edge.
So I mean, that doesn't sound like a negative thing, but I could see where people wouldn't be happy about that.
I see Coruscant. I see Lord Mandel.
I see your butthole.
It's the chocolate starfish nebula.
Oh,
Where's the hot dog flavored water?
oh, man.
Somebody had to ruin it.
Jesus.
Oh man.
Speaking of Anna, our
Frank
friend,
Gersh, where are you? Are you alive? We miss you.
speaking of Anna, our friend Mega Jetty One says, "Everyone, please send Anna all the support you can." Yes, Anna. Check out her social media. She had another family incident, so this has been a really rough year for Anna. So if you guys want to just go there and be respectful as always, but show her some love, and Fandom Menace would appreciate it. So thank you, Mega Jetty One. Neubau Farzoig says 10 out of 10 if Palpatine hits Rey with Force Lightning and screams unlimited power. Also, he has to refer to himself as the Senate for the whole movie.
You know, that could actually make the movie watchable. If he shows up out of nowhere and, he's calling himself the Senate and he's just like lighting her ass up with lightning bolts the whole movie. And then it ends with him just standing there like over her dead, like fried ass body after he essentially, makes her ride the lightning. I would be like, this is the greatest Star Wars movie ever.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, you have a very different, optimistic view of that happening. Because if that were to happen, I'd probably throw up in my seat and then just stumble out.
You ain't leaving. I'm strapping you to the goddamn chair.
No,
right, we're gonna make you watch. We're gonna make you even watch the credits.
It's God. I mean, like I said, it's gonna be a shit show. And if that were to happen, I'd just be like, oh, okay, yeah, we were totally wrong about the referencing the original or even the prequels for that matter. Yeah, we were totally wrong about it. Yeah, thanks, guys.
I hope that Ian McDiarmid, if he is in this movie and it's not just a hologram recording of like something they did in the prequels, I hope he overacts the shit out of it, just like he did Episode 3.
Yeah,
because he was like, I think there was a part where he hits Yoda with lightning, goes like afterwards. Just I want crazy shit from the Emperor because he.
So you want Shawn Michaels to SummerSlam 2005 acting out of Ian McDiarmid?
Yes. If I gotta watch a shitty Star Wars movie, I at least want to laugh.
I want Tommy Wiseau at the end of the room before he shoots himself. That's what I want.
Oh, you want him to like rub his crotch and thrust into like a Jedi robe?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, he just humps Luke's old lightsaber instead of a dress. It's just Luke's old lightsaber.
Yeah, and that's how he kills himself. He holds the lightsaber to his mouth. He's like, God, forgive me.
Force, forgive me.
Yeah, turns it on. You just see the blade shoot out the back of his head. That's it.
I'd be okay.
Greatest Star Wars movie ever.
I'd be entirely okay with that.
Yeah, especially if like they end it with Greg Sestero and Juliet Danielle like sitting there crying over, and then fucking Denny comes in out of nowhere, and then he picks it. He pulls the lightsaber out. Yeah, he pulls the lightsaber out. He's like, "Now I'm a Jedi," and he goes to like do something, and Chris R shoots him.
Where's my money, Denny? Where are my credits, Denny? Where are my credits?
Where are my deck sticks, Denny? Where are my deck sticks?
Now I'm going to read one more super chat and we're going to get back to talking about this movie. So the Grand Inquisitor, thank you very much. He says, I'm more excited to hear you guys crap on episode 9 than I am to actually see the movie. Screw episode 9. Hail the Fandom Menace. Party boob for life.
Right on, man.
That's right. We're going to go see the movie so you don't have to.
That honestly is our new slogan. We'll watch shit so you don't have to. So, we're not calling for boycotts here on World Class Bullshitters. It's not how we
never do that.
Wait. Wait till you see our review. And we'll always be honest about these movies. Now, if all of a sudden we're recording our review from, like, I don't know, a New York City high-rise apartment or something, and there's, like, waitresses and we're drinking champagne, either we've really made it big and that's in the future, or if that happens for our episode 9 review, we're being held at gunpoint by Disney with a lot of money. So,
watch our eyes, because we will blink Morse code, and that'll be the real message.
You guys got those pamphlets I sent you about how to learn it, right?
Yeah. We do, man. I got mine. I'm good. I'm practicing right now.
Good.
So, we're just letting you guys know we will have full review. We're gonna all come to town and make a big thing out of it. So be prepared. So this Disney special look, I really just the Dark Ray stuff. Now, clearly, that's not going to be a plot point. That's okay. So, did you guys see the Russo brothers article that came out about how they make fake shit for their trailers all the time?
Right. No, I didn't actually.
Yep.
I'm a firm believer that the stuff for this trailer, the Ray parts, aren't real. Because let me pull up the image again.
Yeah, right.
It looks weird, like the way that shot was in the film.
Oh no, it does look entirely weird. It does look like it's very manufactured.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe that that's actually something they filmed or just photoshopped and fixed in post.
Well,
with the latter.
I mean, I think that's a possibility. I mean, and again, that's before even getting to the possibility of the fact that it's something that they, like you said, it's a post edition or a last minute edition. I think that's story wise, who knows what the fuck they're going for, but yeah, it could just be something that they picked up from what the Russos did and just added shit in there, and then who fucking knows, especially with them these last few years, man. It's weird.
Yeah, I'm still gonna stick by the whole fake thing. This to me feels tagged on. It's to get people to talk. It's to get people to get the Star Wars social media numbers up, and then to get you to see this movie. Now, the reason I say that too is, like, thematically, structurally, why would you're not going to turn her evil in the last movie? Because this is the end. There's all these public interviews with, this is the last one I'm involved with. This is the end of the story, X, Y, and Z. Okay, cool. So if you're going by that, why would you also, too, have a force flashback of Rey being evil? Because we already mirrored that scene in The Last Jedi when Rey went down into the Octu basement, whatever we're going to call it. She saw all the mirrors and she snapped her finger and it was like, and then it was the glass and your parents are nobodies and all this other dumb shit. Like, if you tell me again, J.J. Abrams, how you guys aren't retconning episode 9 for episode 8's mistakes, first off. Secondly, there's no way you do that. I think this is something to hook people.
It is, because I'm watching it at like 1/4 speed on YouTube right now, and they've done so much post-production on this, it is ridiculous. I think the dress she's wearing is real. The lightsaber obviously is as well because of the motion of her hands. But I don't know, everything else, like the hood looks fake.
Well, to your
fake.
To Jeff's point, I think that, like I said, I'm not going to put it past them that this is a fake part of the trailer. What I will say though is, even though they already did this in The Last Jedi, I would bet half my 401k that they're literally going to copy more of the prequels. This scene specifically, copying Empire Strikes Back. This is her Dagobah cave scene. This is her facing what could be scene. With again, she looks terrible in this. This looks like she just literally just put on a robe and is holding something. And again, I think that's the scene. I think that was added at the very last minute for the trailer. And I think that, again, this is them putting that in the forefront to sell us something. So I wouldn't be surprised if, even in terms of the way that the movie goes, that this scene is completely out of place. I think this is probably going to be out of place more than the fucking racetrack scene in The Last Jedi. I really think that they're going to copy Return and Empire Strikes Back out the ass in this one, and I think this is a clear example of that.
Also, this reminds me of Phantom Menace, like where you saw the trailer for that, and you saw Darth Maul for the first time, and everybody freaked out.
Yep,
that's just kind of reminded me of. But like, we've already seen that, like, a long time ago, and this doesn't have the same effect because it's just like, oh, You're doing another double-ended red lightsaber. Cool.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was the inspiration for it. I really wouldn't. I don't want to give I don't want to give JJ and Lucasfilm and any of the writers any credit, but I would not be surprised if their entire planning for the script for this film was writing a bunch of shit on the board from the previous movies and then drawing lines between each column. I think that they literally went Darth Maul, Empire Strikes Back, Dagobah, Rey. I would fucking bet assholes to elbows that that's exactly how they fucking did this movie, because it screams Dagobah to me, and especially with you bringing up Darth Maul. I mean, holy shit, the whole her flipping it to where it becomes parallel. That's not even a joke. That's literally how they planned so many parts of this whole fucking franchise.
Yeah, because I mean, you remember the trailer for Phantom Menace first time it came out. It's him holding it like, parallel, and he turns on both ends, and you're just like, oh my god! And then that was it. It was only like a 5-second scene, and it just blew your mind as a kid. And this is exactly what they're doing again. It's just that the first image you see is like both lines parallel next to her face, and just makes it parallel by itself. It's just they're trying to bank on that, and it's just I'm just not feeling it.
And then to kind of to play to Jeff's compliment about me being a Star Wars fan, the other rumor is that it's a clone, right? So it's an Emperor clone, whatever. So it's Evil Rey, which in of itself, I think in a vacuum is not a bad idea, but that kind of goes back to the previous point. We're doing original stuff, but we're copying other stuff. That's an EU thing. So even if people are right and they're excited and it's a clone, that's literally the Animal Thrawn series where the fucking dude clones Luke from his hand. So I'm not saying that's the case. I'm not saying even if they do that, there's a small possibility that they got it from some asshole who came up with it during the meeting. I understand that, but you can't tell me that even if that is the fucking case, that they're not picking and choosing from previous properties in Star Wars and putting in this fucking film. There's no way that you can see me.
If they have clones and time travel in this movie, I'm out. I am already out if that's the case. Like, forget it. I'm done.
Right. I mean,
they cloned the plot, so why not?
That's
true.
That's a good point.
That's a good point.
This has been the clone trilogy. What are you talking about?
Shoot.
Well, even then, it's like, even if you want to make the case, well, maybe it's not the EU, the original EU. Maybe it's not the Grand Animal Thrawn trilogy. The fucking episode 2 is the Clone Wars. Like, holy shit! Like, it's so obvious that even if you want to get away from the ethical tactics that they're using, or unethical rather tactics that they're using to sell the movie and promote the movie and attack the fans, just in terms of creation wise, it's just so it's a shit show. You're fucking choosing and handpicking certain aspects of certain movies and then trying to pass it off as original, and it's just and maybe this scene is cool. I'm not going to say that it's 100% not going to be good, but based on the trailer, doing what people are supposed to the trailer, this fucking screams already been here, already been doing this shit, and it's fucking nuts.
Yeah, I mean, the clone thing has been popping up. I mean, I am okay with Star Wars and the Clone Wars. Like, the Clone Wars show proper, I actually really enjoy. I think it's one of the best things they ever made. Actually, I think it's the best thing they made from the prequel trilogy era, or at least based on it. But I like the clone troopers. I don't like the idea. I know it comes from the old EU, which for some reason they got rid of the old EU, but now they want to milk it because it makes for quick stories. But I never loved the idea of the Emperor being cloned and cloning this and cloning that. Like, cloning to me, when I think of cloning, I think of either Daisy the Sheep or I think of Spider-Man. And now, if you're a comics fan like I am, and we have some comic artists in the chat right now, you remember the Clone Saga from Marvel in the 90s. It is one of, if not the messiest Spider-Man stories ever told. It nearly killed Spider-Man for a lot of people. The story goes is that in the 70s, now this is actually like in the real 1970s, there was a story where the Jackal cloned Gwen Stacy, brought her back to life, and also cloned Spider-Man. And in the comic, Spider-Man fights the clone dies, and Spider-Man drops him down a smokestack. Just fucking goes to the top and drops the clone in there and doing it like a furnace to burn him up and kill him. And it's never mentioned again for like 20 years in real time. And so in the 90s, all of a sudden this clone comes back, and then there's like another clone who's like the prime clone named Kane, and the other one's Ben Reilly, and he's been living his life out in like Portland, Oregon, but he's got these memories of Aunt May, and now that Aunt May's sick, he comes back. And if that sounds convoluted, imagine that for like 4 years straight. It's shit.
So when I think 4 years,
oh my god, dude, the Clone Saga is the worst.
4 years.
The Spider out the costume I love,
oh my
but
god.
holy shit! Imagine being, because Jeff and I are kids when we fucking read the Clone Saga. So imagine being a kid and trying to keep up with this shit. It's like what is fucking going on?
You have to make a timeline and everything, and draw lines on your walls in your bedroom. And be like, all right, here's this one, here's that one, but where does this one intersect? I'm confused.
So that is what happens when I think of cloning. And now I have those bad feelings, and we put them to Star Wars. It's like, hey, we clone Jango Fett. He's the greatest bounty hunter. We're going to build an army based off of him. Then we learn about the camaraderie and the brotherhood between the clones. Everything's cool. And then they die off, and we get the real Star Wars, and that's all fine and dandy. Now we're trying to incorporate all this dumb shit with this. And it's like, hey, everyone hates these characters. They're boring and plain and bland. What can we do? Let's make them clones. Let's make them even more convoluted. They think it's interesting. It's just bad writing.
Remember, cloning was also introduced in Alien Resurrection.
Oh yeah. Sigourney Weaver wasn't really.
Yeah, she was like number 8 or something. Like the ones they perfected after like they messed up so many times.
Yeah, that's you're talking about the thing that literally killed the Aliens franchise. Oh, okay, cool. Just making sure that we're fucking keeping up with that shit.
That thing.
God damn. I mean, see, I hear cloning. I think of The Sixth Day. I actually like that movie, but I can admit that movie's fucking.
Even though that's totally a Total Recall ripoff, it's still a good movie.
It's a great movie, and it's randomly got what's his fucking nuts? Anyway, I don't want to get sidetracked because I love The Sixth Day. I can talk about that shit all night. But
isn't Arnold Schwarzenegger in that though?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's Arnold and what's the comedian Michael Rosenbaum?
Michael Rappaport. Michael Rooker's in there.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. Terry Crews is in there. Robert Duvall.
Yeah, Terry Crews. That's right. Yeah. Holy shit! And it's raining the entire goddamn movie.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
it's a fucking great movie.
It is.
But yeah, it's I said the same thing in regards to time travel when we were talking about Endgame. It's a very thin. More Alien 3 was fucking garbage for sure. Don't ever forget
it was. But Resurrection wasn't any better.
That's 2 piles of dog shit on the porch, man. They're just no one wins with that one.
No.
But cloning is just like time travel. You have to be very careful on how you apply it because you use it as a way out and it can fuck the whole story up. And cloning, like if that's the case in this one, they could very easily fuck this whole thing up, man. I don't see it being good.
I remember one movie that involves cloning, and it was a masterpiece. Pluto Nash.
Well, shit!
I was gonna say Austin Powers too.
I was gonna say Multiplicity.
Those were good movies.
Yeah.
Multiplicity is hilarious because it's like I love how they make the assumption like cloning is like doing like a photocopy of a copy.
Yeah,
and I was like, that's hilarious because the last one they copied was like the really dumb one. And I was just like, man, that's
because that was a copy of a copy, so that's why I went sideways. But I mean, what's better than one Michael Keaton? 4 of them.
Oh, dude. And that movie was way ahead of its time as well. So I mean, it still holds up. It's still funny. It's still good. Oh, yeah. Like it's a wonderful movie.
It's fantastic.
Can I make a quick comment? I said this off air to you guys, but I'll say it publicly. So, folks, when I was coming back yesterday, the plane had Avengers. It had movies on there, and Avengers Endgame was one. And I watched it for about 20 minutes and turned it off. I have no desire to watch that movie ever again. I don't know if I am, blocking out a bad memory of the one viewing I had, but I just have no interest in ever watching it again. So
dude, it's over. It's done. It's entirely over. Yeah,
I mean, man. We watched it since. I still love it, but I get it. I mean, it's kind of like it's a stage in our lives, man. You know, it's fucking, you know, the Avengers has come and gone. It was huge. It's, you know, the technically, I guess, the most money making movie of all time. But, you know, for us, it's like, hey, it's over. You know, it's as a kid, you dream about seeing an Avengers movie and a Justice League movie, and we got Avengers. So it's like, I don't blame you for not wanting to watch that shit again.
You know, it's funny. We talk about it being over, and we'll talk about this in a minute when we transition to that portion of the show. But like all the D23 stuff that we got about Marvel and the new, you know, the Sam Wilson stuff about Black Captain America and all this other stuff. Like I loved the character of the Falcon and I loved Bucky together in Civil War. I thought they were fantastic once Bucky came out of the thick of the whatever he was in. Like, I just loved their how they played off of each other. I like the dynamic. It's just like we said, though, it all feels like there's a finality to it. And it's weird that Disney was smart with Marvel. They bought in 10 years ago, actually. I was reading about this about yesterday. I think yesterday it was the 10-year anniversary that they bought Marvel Comics, like all of it, just everything Marvel Studios comics, all of it. Great deal. They bought into Star Wars. Yes, they made money, but they didn't make the kind of money the MCU made. And now Star Wars feels like it's dead. Marvel feels like it's over, but they've made so much money. And I don't know, as like a pop culture guy, what's the next trend? Where do we go next? You know, like, are we going to small pictures? Does that mean people like us have a chance to make something big because people are going to be paying attention to smaller, less blockbuster? Actually, I'll tell you, being out in California, it's really easy to make connections. Like I said, you breathe and there's a fucking actor waiting for you with their
dude. You go, no, you walk into a Starbucks, there are people writing there and there are actors serving them coffee. That's how that shit works.
Yeah, we'll talk off air, but you know, I'm going back out there in January. Our skit show and stuff, we're going to be able to make that happen. Just saying.
No, for sure. I think that's just, you know, the channel working out. That's just you know, that's a separate conversation where, you know, you come up with something good and it takes off, and we've got a great fan base, and you know what the fuck you're doing in terms of, you know, coming up with shit worth talking about and calling motherfuckers out. So that works out great. But I think in terms of, you know, the trend, you know, I've always been of the opinion that the next trend is, you know, it's that pendulum. And I think we're going to eventually try to get back to, you know, those one-off action movies, or even, you know, 1, 2, 3 movie franchises, a lot like John Wick, you know. So that's where I think it's heading, you know, because like you said, Star Wars is pretty much dead, not because of fatigue, but because of, you know, bullheaded stubbornness, you know. Yeah. And then again, you know, comic book movies are fatigue has definitely set in, you know, especially with DC fucking it all up for the longest time and taking forever to get their feet underneath them. But yeah, I think, you know, in terms of trends, I think we're going right back to that good old fashioned action movie. Hopefully we get more towards the R-rated action movies, you know, shit like John Wick. I think, you know, that's kind of the herald of the times.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, when I watch Hobbs and Shaw, like 20 minutes in, I text you guys, like, this is hilarious. This is a damn good movie. And I love that movie. It was just ridiculous. It was fun. It was over the top. It was crazy. And I hope there are 2 more of them at least.
But
I really do.
You had a huge Samoan bias.
Yeah.
So that knocked it down multiple pegs.
Yeah, but honestly, that wasn't a big part of it. That was not a big part of it.
Yeah,
it really
right.
It did have Roman Reigns. That's the only thing.
Well, like, even then, he was a background character. He didn't say anything.
But he did his trademark yell, though. Did his fucking trademark yell. I was like, God, they had to put that shit in here. What the fuck? God. Yeah, shut the fuck up, Roman.
Yeah, but it wasn't a big part of the movie, and like overall, and also I was getting a lot of like Tango and Cash like moments from it as well, a lot of them, and I was very happy with that.
Good, yeah. It looked like Statham and I remember when the rumor came out during Fast 8 that they were going to do a spinoff because everyone responded so well to Rock and Statham, you know. So yeah, I think that makes sense, man. Especially when you have 2 action movie stars. You know, maybe we see kind of the resurgence of the action movie star. I know that, you know, obviously The Rock is a huge deal right now, and he may or may not be the front man for that new movement. But yeah, I mean, like that shit was so cool to see. Oh well, they're gonna do a spinoff because everyone loved it, and then it comes out and it does very well, and it's a fun movie. I mean, it's a good thing. But again, you've got so many studios who clearly, Lucasfilm, I'm looking at you, have no fucking idea what they're doing. So it's going to be weird to see if they can adjust and take advantage of that swing if it happens.
Yeah, no, I really, because like, I mean, there were extremely funny moments in it. Like you had Kevin Hart show up and do a couple cameos. He was hilarious. You had Ryan Reynolds show up and like act like he was like, The Rock's best friend ever. Like he even had like the same tattoo as him, and it was hilarious. Like he took his shirt off and showed it to him and everything. It was hilarious, and I was just like, I need more of this. I need 2 more movies of this, please. It was wonderful.
So, do you guys have anything else that any more thoughts on the Rise of Skywalker stuff? I mean, it's closing out the year. We've covered a lot of it. I have videos coming out throughout the week, but there are other Star Wars pieces of news that I wanted to cover for today.
The only thing I got left about Rise of Skywalker is I think this is going to kill the next trilogy that's going to happen. I think, after this comes out and money-wise does pretty good, but in terms of reception and, fan base decisiveness, I think this is going to kill that other trilogy. I really do. I think it's going to fucking murder that shit in sleep.
Yeah, it is. It's going to happen.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm just ready for this shit to be over.
Now, originally we were going to cover the Mandalorian first, but there's a little more to talk about that. So not quickly, but our next segment, it's still Star Wars, folks, so stick around. You're going to love it. The Obi-Wan Kenobi show. Now, we covered that 2 weeks ago when it was rumored, then it got confirmed. Now we have just a small piece of information that it's going to take place during Solo, a Star Wars story. Do you guys have any thoughts on that timeline?
They want to make Solo work so bad. I promise you, it's going to be a propaganda film for Solo.
Yeah, because he's going to run by Solo, or something's going to happen where they like cross paths or something. It's going to happen. Also, we have 1,115 people watching. Can we get 1,100 thumbs up, please?
Yeah.
That's
It'll be the word, folks.
It'll be something where like he's spying on the huts and you see the fucking Millennium Falcon land and Han Solo.
Yeah.
No, I think they're going to use it to where he finally faces Darth Maul, because Darth Maul was in the end of Solo. I think it's going to be, hey, he helps them, get away from those rebels, and then he finally faces Darth Maul and he fucking takes him out.
All right, David Bowie. In all seriousness, okay, yeah, that's why we're friends. I think
that was really good.
I think they're very desperate. Now, hold on, I got an image I wanted to pull up. By the way,
you don't say.
Yeah. By the way, I'm really loving this. Our new the way we record the show now, StreamYard. I think this is way better than Google Hangouts. What do you guys think?
I'm loving it because you're able to still show us and screen share and everything. Looks like looks like a proper broadcast, piece of software. So yeah, it's nice.
Well, fucking Kendo's not booping out a lot, so I don't know if it's StreamYard, but it seems to run a little bit better.
Yeah, I prefer this, but with all the features though too, because like Google Hangouts is like we can do this or that. We can now with this, it's like we can do this and that and that. So I'm pretty much very happy about it. I wanted to share this image though, because we keep talking about the Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Darth Maul fight scene that it fucking happened on Rebels on a cartoon.
Yeah,
there's the image right there.
I didn't even know that. Jeez.
Like, it's awesome that we want to see this fight happen again. Like, time has changed my perception of Episode 1. I didn't like it when it first came out. I got it on tape, barely watched it. Really kind of killed my interest in Star Wars, when being perfectly honest. As a 10-year-old kid, it was not made for me. Lucas says it was for kids, not this kid. But as we get further away from the movie, I appreciate certain elements. And that lightsaber duel from Episode 1 is up there as one of the best. And the Darth Maul Obi-Wan part, after Qui-Gon's killed, or at least stabbed through, it gets awesome. It gets intense. Oh, yeah. I don't really need to see the rematch. This isn't going to be Rock Austin 2 or 3 where it got better after the first one. This is going to be kind of like a Cena... Well, no, a Cena Rock, where the first one was pretty good, and then the second one was dog shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get why people are so obsessed with seeing the thing that's already happened.
Well, I think it's guilt, obviously, because one, it's guilt on terms of George and Lucasfilm because they realized that, hey, we had a great bad guy and we fucking killed him. I think the other side of it is guilt because, people um who liked episode one, and I'm not saying you shouldn't have. I liked episode one because I said it for years. One of the first things I said when we talked about Star Wars as friends, I said I like it from Darth Maul showing up to the end. That's how I look at the Phantom Menace, and I think that this call for a rematch between the two of them is guilt on the fact that people were like, hey, I talked so much shit about the Phantom Menace and I didn't like it, but now I'm gonna say that I want to see a rematch because it's kind of the cool thing to do. I think that's the biggest fucking thing because again, I'm okay with them not facing because Obi-Wan fucking beat him. Obi-Wan's obviously become a Jedi Master. Fucking Darth Maul, even that he's still alive, he's got fucking robot legs, and he wasn't better than Padawan than Padawan Obi-Wan. So I don't need to see it again. But yeah, it's one of those things where the trend is to have a rematch type thing. We want to have the characters duke it out a second, third time because it's this is his antithesis bullshit, and yeah, it's just misplaced hopefulness in terms of fans and fucking, in this case, Lucasfilm.
Yeah. Overall, the fact that you got Ewan McGregor back is awesome. I can't complain about that at all. And the dude's fantastic actor. Okay, I had this discussion with Jesse. I want you guys' opinions. Is Ewan McGregor a better Obi-Wan Kenobi than Alec Guinness?
Yes.
No.
Ooh.
No.
He's okay. Okay, here's the thing. Alec Guinness was good old Obi-Wan Kenobi. Ewan McGregor is a good young Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's how I look at it because it's just a different age thing. Alec, you cannot have old Obi-Wan Kenobi without Alec Guinness. You can't have young Obi-Wan Kenobi without Ewan McGregor because it's just a different time in their lives. They're different people, and it's a good dynamic the way they showed it. And I personally, I can't say either or. I mean, I can't say one's better than the other. They're both good because they're both done at different times in their lives.
Diplomatic.
The only reason
They ride the fence there.
What? Well, it's true. Yeah. It's true. It's true.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. But and I'll tell you
whatever.
Why.
Don't be mad because I made a really good point. You can't do that right now. Okay.
Don't worry. I'm about to smash your point right now.
Whatever.
I think it was interesting. The reason why you are wrong is because I think in terms of the character Obi-Wan, obviously, they're different ages. That's fine. But in terms of Star Wars, in terms of the placement of the characters and what they mean to the overall story, Obi-Wan is the one dude who's not supposed to change. So he is Darth Vader's master. He's Anakin's master. He's the one that taught him everything he knew up until becoming a fucking badass killer, assassin, crazy person. And the reason why I think that Alec Guinness is better is because as great as Ewan McGregor is, Alec Guinness didn't want to fucking do Star Wars. And I think that happened, whether it's coincidence or what have you, that aligned perfectly with what Obi-Wan, I would assume, would be at that time of his life. He's old as fuck. He's Roger, too old for this shit. He's helping Luke out and doing all this because he really has to. Even in the original Star Wars, he's like, I'm too old for this shit. He doesn't say I'm too old for this shit, but he goes, I'm too old. You should come with me to Alderaan. I can't do this anymore. And I think that fit perfectly with where Alec Guinness was in terms of Star Wars. And it just that's one of those alignments that worked and made Star Wars so awesome. Is you had this crotchety old man playing a crotchety old man. And as awesome as Ewan is, I will forever love him for saying he wanted to keep playing Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan's not I wouldn't see him as optimistic after Revenge of the Sith. I see Obi-Wan being a crotchety old English dude who doesn't want to fucking hear this bullshit. And I think that's why he is by far will always be the best Obi-Wan, bar none.
Okay. Well, here's why Obi-Wan, the best one, is Ewan McGregor. Not saying that you're wrong, Dion, but Nick totally is.
Damn. I'm just getting shit on all the place.
Ewan McGregor.
Kuz Bros.
That's right. Kuz Bros for life. What up? So here's why Ewan McGregor.
Jesus.
Here's why he is the best one. Because I can concede to you the whole, crotchety old man. That's where they're at in their life, and he didn't want to do it. Ewan wanted to do it, and he put everything into it. He was not the main focal point. He was not the main character of the original, of the prequel trilogy. Was he a main character? Yeah, but was he the lead? Was he supposed to be the main focus? No. But he stole that show. And every single prequel movie, if you ask who is the best character in this movie, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You know why? Ewan McGregor put his heart and soul into it. He put everything into being Obi-Wan, and that's why he is the best Obi-Wan. Not because he was crotchety and didn't want to do it, just like the character didn't, and just like Sir Alec Guinness didn't want to. He wanted it. He put it in there, and everyone loves his performance from the prequels. That's the best part. That's the best part about the episode 1, Obi-Wan Kenobi. The best part of episode 2, which was a complete disaster, train heat, crash, fire burn, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Best part of 3 was watching Vader get his legs chopped off by Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Because he had the high ground.
That's right. He had the high ground.
He knew
boys. He knew where he stood. He didn't stand in the middle.
Hashtag never forget the high ground.
Amen to that.
I still hold my opinion. It's like
that's fine.
They were,
you can hold
they
your
were good.
opinion. There's a lot of people in this world that hold opinions that are wrong.
Yeah.
And they stand by them. They ride that fence.
Truth bomb.
Jeez. So much hate.
Well, shit. The wounds are fucking fresh on this, so let's move on.
Yeah.
And we are friends. We can talk shit, tear each other apart, and still, at the end of the day, you want
to shake hands, and we want to hang out, watch movies, and drink beer.
Oh, of course, 100%. Yeah, no question.
Jay Rohr said it perfectly. I hate you. I loved you.
Yeah.
Like that's just this argument right here. I hate you. I loved you.
Yeah, we will verbally beat each other to a pulp, but we never take it personally.
No, never.
That's why Alec Guinness is the best.
Yeah. Still gonna ride that Ewan McGregor train, but at least we took a stand, unlike Nick.
A last stand like the X-Men.
That's right.
Don't reference that movie. Fuck you, Brett Ratner, you piece of shit.
He is a piece of shit, but
Nick Utam, the Pander Bear.
Yeah. That you know things are really bad when X-Men: The Last Stand is your second worst offense.
Oh my god.
I love it. So speaking of love, let's hold on. Let's read a couple more super chats before we jump into the Mandalorian, because there are a couple, related questions we need to answer from the listeners.
All
so
right.
DeMille Jr. says, Boss Nass motorboating, a Star Wars story. Okay, so now, guys, this isn't like a quick, we're going to read a super chat and blow over it. I want everyone here, starting with you, Dion. Give me your best Boss Nass motorboating sound effect.
All right, here we go.
Oh god.
Nick, you go.
All right.
That's actually pretty good.
There we go.
Kendo?
Me so wanted those titties.
That is 15 to life, Jar Jar, right there.
That's what happens when you put your heart and soul into it and you take a position.
Oh, god damn! I'm still getting shit on.
It
over
got
here.
really shady over here, and
Yeah.
god damn, it got a lot of shade. Came out at nighttime. Damn.
I'll make my version of Boss Nass a backdoor man. You used to have a bomb bad booty.
Yeah.
That one's really good. That one is really good.
We took that way more seriously than we should have, but it was still fucking hilarious.
My headphones flew out.
Yeah, mine were coming off there for a second too. I'm like,
We should become Foley artists. As backup.
Well, we all call each other. We name ourselves Mick, so every one of us is Mick. And they're like, who are you? I'm Mick, the Foley artist. Yeah.
Well, I thought you would have done Axel, but hey, whatever.
Okay.
Nice.
A couple of us can be Axel. The other two will be Foley or Mick.
Yeah.
God damn it.
McAxel Foley. There we go.
Yeah.
McAxel Foley.
The number
I know
12.
Famine.
I think people enjoyed our sound effects. Our friend Logan Michael says, H2 Myers figure review. It's good for a 7-inch scale, but the paint apps could have been better. Blood Tear's head is the best use for the display. 7.5 out of 10.
Ooh.
Now, Dion, Nick, Kendo, we all own NECA figures.
Yes.
Nick owns a few. Nick probably owns them. Well, no, maybe Dion owns the most because you have a lot of the Predator, stuff like that. Kendo, I know you own the It ones, and Nick, you also own Michael Myers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
My favorite NECA figure is probably my Michael Keaton Batman or my Christopher Reeve Superman, but that's a story for another day. But Logan, Michael, I keep seeing the images of the Michael Myers from H2. Well, the original Halloween 2. We don't call that H2. That's that Rob Zombie piece of shit.
Oh, yeah,
but,
it is.
I really want to get it. You will hear the weird thing. So I bought a couple Marvel figures from Hasbro directly. And instead of them just shipping them all in one box, they shipped them all separately.
Okay.
So I have a 6-foot stack of Marvel Legends just in this office. I'm going to send you guys the picture. I'm not going to post this publicly for the listeners to see, but here you guys go. This Marvel obelisk, if you will, this monument to the sky that is one wave of X-Men figures is my new prison.
Your new prison.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Jesus.
Woo.
The best part is that all came one day. It was on my
check
porch.
mail for a while.
Speaking of mail, folks, I have been behind on the PO box stuff, but we're still doing the PO box.
Yeah, I'm sure when you came back, your room was full of PO box stuff.
Yeah,
so, a week from today, this Saturday, I'm gonna get the next PO box that I filmed a while ago. I'm gonna get all that stuff edited. I might put out a supercut. So if you guys have the patience, I might just throw that up all as one. It's a lot easier than trying to sit and do little snippets. But thank you to everybody who sends stuff. And then starting next weekish, I'll get back into the swing of like trying to film a little bit and put out little videos every Saturday for the PO box. It seems like a cool thing to wake up to on a Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I mean,
yeah. Unless we do it on, I could do some on live streams too. Maybe we'll do one piece of mail each week on the podcast. How's that?
I like
that. Sounds good.
All right, cool. Press 1 in the chat if you think it's an all right idea. I'll read Darth Vader's disembodied charge phallus is back, folks. He says, "I'm glad you enjoyed my cameo in the trailer. I'm one of the blades on Rey's lightsabers."
nice.
Yeah, I saw your tweet and I sent everybody the picture. They thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yes, we did.
Okay, so everyone seems to be popping a lot of ones in the chat. Salvador says the Christmas live stream was killer. I had a great time with that, dude. What a great way to close out the year for the channel. So this year is going to be a little different because we're not really going to close the channel out as early as we did last year because there's going to be tons of Star Wars news and stuff, and I'm going to basically be we're going to be working throughout in the new year, so be prepared for that. But we'll do from now on. I'll do one piece of PO box stuff per week on an episode of the show. I'll have my camera set up with some lighting, and you guys can see who it's from. Well, I'll tell you who it's from without doxing them, and we'll have some fun with it. Cool.
Deal.
Cool.
Especially if one of those things ended up being like one of those like Ray dildos. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. Hey, how about I take a couple PO box things up to Horror Hound and we open them during our Good Morning Pop Culture show?
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Do it.
All right. We'll pack up some stuff too. Yeah. Well, Jason Green sent some stuff to Dion, so we'll finally give it to you, Dion.
Oh fuck.
That should be fun. That should be fun.
Well, that guy's cool. He always sends good stuff like LPs.
Yeah, that dude's got a hell of a sense of humor. I'm
Yeah.
excited to open that shit.
He sends some cool stuff to Jesse too. It's really I don't mean weird in a bad way, but it's kind of like she's like, "Oh, this listener, we'll just say Jason Green because it's a screen name, sent me this." I go, "He listens to us too, and he sent me this." So it's kind of funny to see how like certain people listen to all the Fandom Menace channels and what they send us. So,
well, it got a lot in common in terms of saying the right thing and being right about it.
the number one thing I'd love to be able to do. Is I don't know how to do it on this platform, so maybe not, but like have a call-in section. That'd be so fun. Maybe we'll have a voicemail section where people can leave us voicemails. We play those as the outro.
There's a way to do that.
Shows do that, yeah.
Well, also, what is it? I know. What is it? Anchor. Anchor is a new thing. You put your podcast on, and people can leave you voice messages.
Okay.
Yeah.
Send me a link.
Okay.
Just give out Brian Lape's phone number.
Yeah, it's area code 859. We're done. So Darth Vader's disembodied charred phallus. It was nice to see you as Rey's double-sided lightsaber. I'm glad to see you back in action. It's been 50 years since you were picked up off the shores of Mustafar?
It's been a while.
It's been a while. It's been a hot minute.
The fact that you still work. The fact that you still work is pretty awesome.
It's because he's been using that blue chew.
Yeah.
It's a hashtag super hard disembodied charred phallus.
Yeah. Our friend Kim Riggs says, "Too bad I'm late. Did you guys talk about Chappelle's new Netflix special by chance? Do we want to talk about that now, or do we want to put that over on Patreon as our opener?
Probably on Patreon.
Because I watched
I
it.
would think.
Okay. So you did watch it. Okay.
Yeah, Jesse and I sat down the last day I was there. I was like, I really want to watch this. And then we watched Firefly afterwards. So, yeah, Channel Dad Brian Lapes in the chat right now. So he says, my phone number's already on the bathroom wall. You just got to find the right bathroom.
So, folks, if you're listening, go to every truck stop and go to the men's restrooms, and you'll find them there.
Yep.
Old Lot Lizard Lape.
Wine 'em, dine 'em, 69 'em. Brian Lapes.
Right.
Looking for a good time? Dial 859. Get Lape.
Suck his ass. Suck his ass, Lape Bass.
I love this show so much. Salvador says, time travel in Star Wars. Sounds like they have to rename the show for Disney Plus to The Mandalorian. Spelled like the car.
Get out.
Come on.
Thanks, Dad, for sending in that comment.
Good joke.
It's meant to be terrible. So that was the perfect transition. Salvador, thank you very much. Mandalorian trailer. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I liked this trailer a lot. Did it make me change my whole stance on Disney Star Wars? Fuck no. Like I told you guys, screw me once, screw me twice, whatever. But this trailer I thought had some legitimacy to it. I also think it looks more cinematic and more like a Star Wars proper thing than anything that's come out of the actual theatrical Star Wars canon. I mean Rogue One, I mean Solo, I mean all of them. There's something off about the cinematography, the way they're shot. Like, well, that's what cinematography is, but the way they look, I don't like them. This Mandalorian trailer looked great. The effects looked great. The ship design, everything about it. I was actually genuinely impressed. Now, I have to be realistic. This is a Kathleen Kennedy joint, but it's also Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and other people who do love Star Wars and who have produced great things. Like, people can say all you want about Jon Favreau. The dude made the first Iron Man movie. Okay,
yeah,
there was a point in time where he was going to direct the first Avengers. Remember?
Yeah, I remember that. And also he fought to get Robert Downey Jr. on there. So,
unless they drop the ball on this completely, this looks like this could be the first damn good Star Wars piece of entertainment from Disney. And let's just hope they don't try to subvert our expectations by, making the Mandalorian some kind of twist to appeal to a small demographic out there. Right. Just make it cool. Make him a cool character.
I will temper your expectations because the first episode is Jon Favreau. I think the remainder episodes are different directors. So just be ready emotionally for that shit. But I will back that up in saying that I might get Disney Plus just to fucking watch The Mandalorian. Like, the fucking trailer was dope. I think it was dope. And it just and to kind of play off your comment on the cinematography and the way it looks, I've said it for years. I think Star Wars has always been more mature than what, for some reason, it's the people who are making it who want it to be for kids, but the people who watch it realize that it is for a mature audience. And The Mandalorian mirrors that. It looks fantastic. I feel kind of like fucked up emotionally how excited I am for this one, but goddamn, dude, it looks adult as shit, and I am actually excited for it.
Other guys, Nick, Kendo?
Yeah. I mean, I've watched it a couple times now, and I mean, it does look really good. Once again, we've been Honey Dick before, so I'm just kind of like,
True.
I will acquire it by other means, and I will also help you in getting those episodes, Dion, if you want them.
Good man.
This way, we don't have to pay Disney. We can get them, from another place.
My man.
Because I don't want to give them any more money than they've already lost. But yeah, I mean, it does look good. It does look exciting, especially the beginning image of just like the Stormtrooper helmets on the ground and then on spikes and everything is pretty powerful, and just everything that's going on there. It's just really interesting. I mean, I've always wanted to know more about the Mandalorians and their whole culture and what they are and like what everything they do is. But and if you saying the first episode is done by Jon Favreau, yeah, of course that's usually how they're going to do it. They're going to market it as like, oh, Jon Favreau's TV show, whatever, and it's only doing the first episode, only the pilot. They've done that with a lot of other shows as well, and it's really annoying. Yeah, I don't know. It does look good, but I'm not impressed. I mean, Disney's failed so much now. I just don't care anymore.
Now remember, folks, we will review it for you guys and give you our honest take on it. So if you don't feel like spending your Disney Plus money, that's the one thing I say don't fucking buy. Like that's the one thing I'm gonna go like, don't give them your money on that, because their whole company's built on that. If that fails, Disney goes down a peg. Somebody else can pick up some pieces, and the entertainment landscape can be a lot more even. But you do what you do at the end of the day. I'm not going to force you. Just, that's as far as I'll suggest. Now, it comes out in November. We'll cover it. We'll talk about it. We'll have
the week before Star Wars. Are they putting out all the episodes like at one go?
No,
like they do. Oh,
sadly not.
That's stupid.
Yeah, they're doing it where it's broken up, which is all stupid.
Very stupid. Well, what we can do is let's see if it comes out in November. I mean, we could probably have a couple of episodes to review by then.
Yeah.
We could see how P.D. Pablo does as the Mandalorian. It'd be great.
He's going to take his shirt off and spin around his head like a helicopter.
That's right.
North Carolina.
Coruscant, come on and raise up.
North Mandalore. There we go. God. If this isn't all
mark that down,
soundtrack,
mark that as another song for Party Boob, please.
We will have a Party Boob. 2020 will be Party Boob year.
I want to do the Mandalorian, the Mandalorian take your shirt off song.
Yeah, we'll be the first people in the history of the world to cover a P.D. Pablo song.
Yeah,
that's why it'll be cheap.
I know. What's he been doing lately? Nothing.
Somebody in the chat was quoting that song "Fets Vet." My backpack's got jets.
Oh, dude, yeah.
A bounty hunt for Jabba Hutt.
Dude, he used to come to Dragon Con all the time. He hasn't been here in a while.
Is he dead?
I don't know, man. I do not know.
Was he the voice of MCP Pants on Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
No, oh fuck, who was that? I'll just look it up. But no,
right.
I'm trying to remember who that was, but yeah.
I'm seeing people say about how George Lucas gives the approval of the Mandalorian show. I actually heard George Lucas stories this weekend.
Oh wow.
MC Chris. It was MC Chris.
Yeah.
Okay, he was the voice of MCP Pants.
Right.
Dion, I'll tell you all of them in person. I'll tell you guys all of them in person.
Absolutely, better, man.
It was bizarre because this guy's legit, that guy that was at this party. And I was just like, oh my God, George Lucas stories. And I'm like, and he was telling me all this crazy shit. It was pretty damn cool. So
is George Lucas down with the pee pants?
I don't know. We didn't get to that topic yet.
So you don't know if he's wants candy, bubblegum, and taffy?
No, I don't know about that.
All right.
It was MC Chris. I call him away. Chris Tucker says Knight Rider companion.
Oh God, he'd do some funny stuff. And I remember going to first time I went to Dragon Con, he did a concert and I went there and it was awesome. It was great. But he hasn't been back in a while, so I guess he's just not popular anymore. Or they're getting other acts, or whatever. So they do what they do.
Yeah. There really isn't much to say about the Mandalorian. I thought the trailer was cool. I loved the scene where it implied that the guy got his head cut off.
Yeah, but then they immediately show him in the carbonite, and I was like, oh, okay, so he didn't get his head cut off. Gotcha.
Yeah, there were some cool cuts. Overall, I'm optimistic. It's like I sigh disappointment when I think about the Rise of Skywalker trailer. When I see this, I go, huh. That's all I can say is, huh.
Yeah.
Well, it pisses me off because it's like, oh, you guys know how to make a good trailer. You know how to properly build hype for a property. You just either A, chose not to do it, or B, your head was so far up your ass, you chose someone who didn't know what the fuck they were doing to do it. And that's what pisses me off about the Mandalorian. Not the Mandalorian itself, but it's like, hey, there's someone over there who knows what the fuck they're doing, and they don't listen to that person. And that's what's so, how much does that guy get fucking paid? That's what I want.
Not enough.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah. So
let's see. We covered that. Oh yeah. So there's a few other things to talk about before we close out tonight's show. Some Star Wars related, some not. I saw this pop up though. I wanted to ask your guys' take or opinion. This is for everyone in the chat, so get excited. So according to a post I saw on Facebook, today is the 80th birthday of Marvel Comics. Now, Marvel Comics proper is a little different. They were timely comics essentially, and maybe they were their national publications was DC. My point is, they're saying that today is Marvel's 80th birthday. Dion, Nick, Kendo. Favorite Marvel moment, doesn't have to be comics, could be TV show, movie, anything. What's your favorite Marvel moment?
I have to go with the Iron Man trailer. The first Iron Man trailer, seeing that and seeing that, that whole thing come to life, and just the tech and everything, like knowing what Tony Stark is and all that stuff. I was just like, holy shit. And that was the first time I was where I was like, I'm in for this. I'm down with this. I want to watch all these movies until I got about halfway in and I was like, man, these really are not that good. But no, when I first saw the trailer, I was like, this is awesome. I'm totally down for this. It was a great moment.
So Salvador wrote, "This one's for you, Morph." I love that cartoon so much.
Oh man.
I think my favorite Marvel moment, I don't know if it's my favorite off the top of my head. I'm just going to say, like, when the web comes down and that drum line kicks for the Spider-Man cartoon, that was one of those moments of my life as a kid. I was just like, yes! Like, I always would get pumped. But I think the first Spider-Man movie is still that, like, baseline, this is why I'm still a fan, through all the bullshit.
God damn, man. That's a good one. I think I got to go with anytime that they were talking about the lineup for Fox Kids, when it was X-Men and Spider-Man. I think that's probably my favorite Marvel moment, because Saturday morning cartoons, X-Men, Spider-Man, that shit was that's just such an integral part of my childhood. I know the openings to those shows like the back of my fucking hand. And then just because that was the shit that got me into comic books as a little kid. So just those commercials for the fucking lineup. Oh, Spider-Man at 9:30 and X-Men at 10 or whatever it was. Fuck, man. I think that shit is nostalgic as hell.
Question: what is the best theme song about a Marvel character?
Spider-Man, our 1990s Spider-Man for sure. Barely beats out X-Men. Barely.
I gotta go with that too. That's a damn good song.
Kendo?
I'm gonna pull a bitch answer and just say Black Sabbath Iron Man.
Can't go wrong. I'll say the X-Men cartoon is not only the best Marvel theme song, but the best cartoon theme song ever. That cartoon.
I'm not mad at you for choosing it. It's so fucking good.
Yeah, it's incredibly epic. It's almost. I take that back because the first couple seasons of X-Men were really well made. So there are a couple moments like when they fight right before the Phoenix Saga starts. They go down to like a sewer, not a sewer, like the subway system, and they fight this creature that Lady Deathstrike accidentally like freed from a spaceship that was a warning. It was like this like psychokinetic energy monster. But there's like a different animation house, and they like overly rendered the X-Men. They look really cool, and then that theme song played. I'm like, this is the epitome of a 90s cartoon. And I watched it maybe 2 weeks before I left for California. Well, I didn't plan on going to California. That's a story for another time. I planned to go to Vegas for a weekend, come back Monday, get back to work. Got kidnapped. Not a joke. Fucking ended up in California for a month. So.
Speaking of fucking.
I was sick for a chunk of it, dude. All right? That saddens me the most part. Yeah, it might be the Morlock episode, Salvador. There we go. But so many great Marvel memories. I know we talk about the MCU going down a path that we're not interested to follow, especially with the Spider-Man junk. But I would be lying if I didn't say Marvel had a huge influence over my childhood. And this is pre-Disney buyout. Even post-Disney, I still was enjoying a lot of the Marvel stuff. But, happy birthday, Atlas Timely, whatever the fuck you want to be called now, Marvel. Yeah. So let's see. We have way more, a lot of super chats left. First off, Salvador says, let's see, we already read his. Sorry. Wanderer says, hey guys, this is a great question for everybody, actually. Hey guys, if you could have your favorite version of the Batmobile or your favorite version of a James Bond car, which would you pick?
Batmobile, dude. Give me an armored weaponized thing that looks badass, man. Even though Aston Martin's dope as shit, but man, give me a fucking crazy ass Batmobile, hands fucking down.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Batmobile from The Dark Knight. I think that one is my favorite
because it blows
The
up.
Tumbler.
The Tumbler.
Oh,
Just the design was like ridiculous.
Basic.
It was just crazy as hell. I mean, it's not like I think what was a really weird, colorful one. I think it's like Batman and Robin, which was like the really insane one. The Dark Knight was my favorite. I thought it was very tactical and looked almost like it could exist in the real world, and I really liked that. I was just like, I think it was the most believable one. The James Bond car, I think the Audi that went underwater, that was my favorite.
Oh, you mean the Lotus?
Sorry, the Lotus. Yeah, the Lotus. Yeah, that was the one. Because once again, ridiculous. It's a submarine. It doesn't make any sense, but I love that car. It's just over the top as hell.
See, I'm torn. If I'm gonna go Batmobile, I'm going 89 Keaton. Perfect, love it. But in reality, if you were to say to me, what movie car would you like, and somebody would deliver it to your house, I'm picking the Aston Martin DB5 because that's a car I just want to drive around for the rest of my life.
Oh yeah,
right.
I am taking the tank from GoldenEye.
We can get you one of those.
I would take that thing everywhere.
You would take that thing to the grocery store to pick up like bread and shit.
I would. Fucking come rolling up in a fucking big old Soviet tank. Yeah.
Now remember, the channel may support you and get you the tank, but the gas is all you.
That's fine. I look at it this way: if the channel can afford to buy me a
now,
tank,
motherfucker, that ain't diesel, baby.
If the channel can afford to buy me a tank, I'm pretty sure I can afford the gasoline to drive that thing up and down the road looking like a dickhead. That'd be great. Just driving around menacing cars.
Oh, that'd be fun. Oh man.
Yeah, I love questions like that. Let's see. Thank you, Wander. Salvador says, "Where is Luke's green lightsaber? I will quite literally fucking puke if R2 ejects it and Rey wields it."
Shit! Don't say that.
Dude,
No. It won't be R2. It'll be that fucking soccer ball that does it.
Yeah.
No, it'd still be R2 because R2 was holding the secrets in the map to where Luke was, like he was the fucking Ark of the Covenant.
It's true.
If they open him up, he will kill everybody.
Yeah, R2's lost his shit. He's gone postal.
That'd be awesome if R2 is actually a tactical nuke. And you get to the crescendo of episode 9, and everybody's in like a small little area. He just fucking detonates.
Yeah, all of a sudden you see like the counter go off. It's like 5, 4, 3.
Yeah. Yeah. And C-3PO translates. He's like, he says he's fucking tired of this shit. Boom.
Volatile R2D2.
Yeah. I'd stand up and applaud.
Yeah. Where has he been in the Star Wars trilogy?
He was shut down for most of it.
Yep. And then he followed. He was following Rey on her little excursion to bang a porg.
Yeah.
What a wasted opportunity.
You don't say.
Red Monarch sent in 2 super chats. He says, first off, WCBS, hail y'all. Me and EVS are 2 days apart and the same age. Happy birthday to us. Was today your first birthday?
Congratulations on turning 86.
This is his birthday today? It's Ethan Van Skyver. Okay, so he pops up on... No, his birthday's September 3rd. So, Red Monarch, you got a birthday coming up either way, my friend. So happy birthday to you from all of us here at World Class Bullshitters. Red Monarch also says, "Party boob!"
Party boob indeed, sir. Party boob indeed.
We'll have party boob shirts. Let's see. Salvador says, "Episode 9 theory. Movie starts to end. Cue Wayne and Garth. This ending sucks. Let's do the other one."
That would be good, I think. I'd have to see where they were going with it.
It's Old Man Rivers. What I got away with the mother for you kids. Zoinks.
Oh jeez.
Oh man,
Great movie.
I love Wayne's World so much. It's not fair how great that movie is compared to.
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
It was funny too when I was out in California. Bohemian Rhapsody came on, and I said, "Can you turn it to the Wayne's World part?"
Mm-hmm.
And they did. I was like, "Cool, thanks."
That's awesome.
Some people are just like, "That's blasphemy. That's the greatest song ever written." Fine
No.
song, but it's not, Gloria for Kendo.
Well, I mean, this summer, maybe. But I would say in the pantheon of music, Bohemian Rhapsody it's a bit above Gloria. Although I will say the other day when I was at the used games music, shop thing that I like to stop into a town, they have a bunch of records, and I was flipping through, and there was a Laura Branigan record, and I stopped for a second. I'm like, if this has Gloria on it, I'm buying it. It didn't, so I didn't buy it.
Oh.
Did it have Self-Control?
Yes.
Well, we all know the greatest song of all time is "Rock Me Amadeus" by Falco, and if you disagree, you're crazy. Loki Lysmith says Darth Radar meme is on point. Look it up. Hold on, I'll look it up.
Radar.
All right, Darth Radar. Is it like Radar from MASH? Because I think he would do a much better job of being in a Star Wars movie than her.
Is he still alive?
Oh yeah.
Huh. I see it. Yeah, he should be known as Darth
Oh
Radar.
yeah.
I hope this movie is memeable. I have so much fun.
I think Gary Berghoff's still alive. Now I'm gonna go look.
So let's see. David Mendez, thank you very much. He says maybe it's like The Force Unleashed 2. Two clones of Rey. One shows the light, the other raised in the dark.
Once again, if they did the clone thing and the time travel thing, I'm just gonna walk out of the theater and be like, all right, I'll see you guys later. I'll pick up when it's done.
Well, Dion, you and I both were Force Unleashed enthusiasts. We both played through both games multiple times.
Yes.
I remember The Force Unleashed 2 came out the same day as SmackDown vs. Raw 2011.
11, yep.
And you picked The Force Unleashed, and I picked WWE.
Yeah.
And it was fine. We ended up both playing both games a lot together. But I remember you were so obsessed with that game, and then it was so short.
Yes. Yep. That game was super fucking short. And I think I beat it like in an afternoon and then the next day, and yeah, I love the game. I love Force Awakens too, but it's just it's way too short.
Yeah, I remember playing both those games as well, and it was really, really short. I was like, man, this needs to be way the hell longer.
I remember loving the first The Force Unleashed, because you started out as Darth Vader on Kashyyyk, and you could just kill Wookiees and shit. Just throw them around and lightsaber them up.
Yeah.
And then
the game.
You should. It's on Xbox 360 and PS3. I think there's like a PS2 version. I know you're obsessed with the PS2 lately.
I am.
Don't go back that far.
When I'm playing PS2 games lately and picking them up, it's like games made specifically for PlayStation 2.
The PS2 version of Force Unleashed isn't that bad. I had both PS3 and PS2 versions, and the PS2 version is actually pretty good. It's pretty damn good.
You were always in that weird area where you would buy like multiple generation versions of a game just because it's like, yeah, I got it for PS2 and PS3 because fuck it.
I did do that. Yeah, exactly. I did do that a lot.
I always would go for the new version. Unless it was Rock, but it was the first couple Guitar Heroes. I got those all on PS2 because I didn't want to buy another guitar, so I was just too cheap, and I would just play them on PS2. I mean,
smart.
Did you really need HD graphics for Rock
No, you don't.
That's a good point.
So let's see. Michael Roth says $3.50 for Cecil's alcohol fund after YouTube's cut.
Oh, jeez.
God damn.
How drunk do you think Cecil is right now?
I would like
Extremely.
to think Barry.
Okay.
He's up there.
Well, good for him. I hope he's just having a good time. That's all I care about. Loki Lysmith says, did you catch the Darth Radar meme? Thanks, guys. We did. Check it out. It's hilarious. You know what? Let me pull it up for you guys. Since
yes, please do that.
I did 2 super chats about this. I feel like, hey, let's see. Darth Radar. Oh, there it is. Darth Radar.
And yes, Gary Berghoff, Radar O'Reilly is still alive.
Hey, good
I
for
can
him.
sleep tonight.
His
Thank
birthday
God.
is May 24th, 1943.
What else did he do?
MASH the TV show and MASH the movie, and that's all I can think of.
Well, there's a very small Darth Radar. There we go. Darth Radar. Where are we at? Jason Smoot, thank you very much for your big super chat. He says, will Gore the God Butcher be the villain in Love and Thunder? Porno name. For the love of God, please tell me no.
Wish I could, but
Maybe.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on with that movie, and I don't think people really care about it either. So
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm torn if like I'm gonna see it out of curiosity. Actually, I'm not gonna go see it. Fuck it.
Yeah. I'm more excited to go to work than to go see that
oh
movie.
wow, oh god,
You?
oh
If you're like, hey, you want to go see Thor: Love and Thunder? Or you want to go to work? I'll go to work.
I didn't think you would say that.
yeah, that's damn. All right,
Yeah, well, that's an indictment on Phase 4,
yeah.
straight from Kendo.
Whew.
Anyway, I don't know, Jason. I really don't know who Gore the God Butcher will be or is. Let me look him up real quick.
The only way that should happen is if every time he shows up on the screen, you got JBL going, Gore! Then,
He's a gorilla? I hope he's the fucking villain. Let me pull this up on the screen.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Here we go. You guys want a good chuckle?
yes.
Yeah.
of course.
Gore the God Butcher. This is him. I'm looking at an old picture. I'm going to look at this newer one because it's better resolution.
Alrighty.
Stop sharing. Screen share. Boom. 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 There we go. That's Gore the God Butcher.
Wow.
Looks like Voldemort.
Voldemort.
He looks
Yeah.
he looks
Voldemort.
like T-Rex Voldemort is what he looks like.
Yeah.
He who may not be king shamed.
Now, Thor 4 will be worse than Thor 3. Looks like a lot of people are kind of shitting on it already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think Thor 4 is just going to be Guardians 3. So
Probably.
yeah.
We'll see.
That's all. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. I've never heard of the character, so
Yeah.
maybe
know.
he'll eat Valkyrie or something.
Maybe.
Not out.
Yeah, not out. Just in.
Resurrect Harambe and have him do the job.
Every time you bring him up, I get a little sadder because he was killed. He was taken from us a few miles from my home.
Dude, I know.
You're taking from us too early. Okay, too early.
I've got a Harambe t-shirt. I mourn too.
Okay. Thunder Robots, thank you very much. It says, if Rey turns out to be a clone and the real Rey is Darth Rey, and Darth Rey turns out to be the Master Sith, and if they battle each other, it could fix it all.
No, it's not going to, because that sounds horribly complicated, and I just don't want to deal with that.
It doesn't fix anything. If anything, it jacks it up even worse.
Yeah, it does. No, what's gonna happen? That's gonna happen. Then evil Rey is gonna win, and somehow immediately get defeated by good Rey, who time traveled from another part of something. Who knows? I don't know. Yeah, or Obi-Wan will time travel back to that time or forward to that time and kill them. I don't know.
No, Ant-Man will fly up Evil Ray's butt and expand.
I would watch that movie.
Yeah, I'd watch that
too.
Our friend Arduous Farrington says hashtag Ewan McGregor. So that's another vote for Ewan McGregor.
Yep.
Excellent choice there. I agree. I like Ewan McGregor a lot.
Yeah. Notice he didn't say hashtag both of them.
Oh.
You motherfuckers.
Hey, Nick, what are your thoughts on boulders?
Folks,
I like them. I went to go get some earlier today.
shock. Folks,
I heard it's like came out.
if you guys want to meet us at Horror Hound, go ahead and bring sections of fence for Nick to sit on.
God.
That was good.
I'll gladly
That was
do
good.
that.
That was good.
There we go. There we go. Burn. Nick, you know what's funny?
What's up?
Today is 5 years since we've become friends.
Oh God, it is.
Yeah, we met 5 years ago at Horror Hound Indianapolis.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
Oh, man, it's
here's
been a while.
the 500 more.
Yes.
I want to know you in the afterlife after we go space traveling together.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. It's been one hell of a journey. One hell of a journey.
It really has been, because we went from being friends, like where we would just randomly say shit to each other on Facebook, to going and starting the show. You've been on since the 3rd episode.
Yeah.
And we've seen your film career flourish. And now we're all here. So it just keeps getting better.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Every week's a new horizon.
I know, right? Lowered expectations. Downward Punch says #Moist Lives Matters.
Okay.
So let's see.
I agree.
Yeah, I do too. Brandon Moist is out there sometimes listening to the show. He actually wished me well, so thank you, Brandon Moist, for the kind words.
I was agreeing with Monster 01, Justice for Harambe. I agree.
Yeah, one day.
Yeah.
Mark Andre Plant says the 2 actors of Obi-Wan Kenobi was good in my opinion, but in real life, Alec is a dick compared to Ewan McGregor.
Well, in real life, Alec's dead, so unless he's being a dick
from beyond the grave.
Yeah.
He's haunting George Lucas right now. He's like, "Fuck you."
So, folks, if you've got an extra piece of fence for that guy to sit on, bring it to Horror Hound in Indianapolis. We'll be there.
Yes. What else could people bring us to Horror Hound that would be appropriate?
Liquor.
Alcohol.
Yeah, liquor. I will accept any and all Jägermeister you bring me.
Oh God.
And I will gladly drink it with you. And then I'll take the bottle and be like, "No, you gave this to me, man. It's mine now."
I wish we were doing after party stuff, because we could go down to that party and find a bottle of nice whiskey or whatever we found.
Oh God. I remember that. Like, it was some wedding party that just left. Like, and we looked at it. It was like almost like, what was it, $150 bottle of whiskey or something?
Yep.
It was up there, and we waited a good 5 minutes for them to come back, and they never did. We're like, all right, we're gonna take this now.
Nothing but the best, Clark.
I thought you were talking about the party that we got thrown out of, and that guy was harassing me and being a dick.
Oh God, not dude. That's bullshit. Because there are people drinking all around there, and they just forced us out for no reason.
That's Cincinnati for you.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Sons of bitches.
Yeah. Squirrel with my tomatoes. Logan Michael Anti-Funko. Thank you, Dion. That one was for you.
You're welcome.
The Logan Michael Anti-Funko Pop says, "Hey, everyone. I'm planning on making a Facebook Messenger group chat where we talk toys and comics. If anyone wants to join, hit me up on Facebook." Well, there you go, folks. If you're interested in that kind of stuff. And it seems like a lot of our community is, because we're geek culture, but we also err on the side of, like, buy shit from geek culture. Don't just, we don't just watch it. Dion may talk about RoboCop, but he happens to own a nice collection of RoboCop figures.
Damn right.
And I may talk about Beverly Hills Cop a lot, but I own more Beverly Hills Cop shit than most people in America.
So much.
There's not enough, though. That's all I'm saying. Thank you, Jay Chapansky. We have a pretty good Facebook group, so if you guys want to get involved with our community, check us out over there.
That's right.
Logan Michael will be there. We're all there. It's the best way to get in contact with us. One of.
Yeah.
Usually, certified letter to the P.O. Box. P.O. Box 5659, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45205. Is a really great way.
Blank checks also help.
Blank checks, yes. By the way, I like that movie.
It's not a bad movie.
My name is Macintosh. It's so impractical, too. Like, my favorite part is his limo driver.
Oh, God.
Rick Ducockamum, that's his name. He was also in such films as The Burbs and Die Hard.
Ooh, I love The Burbs. It's one of my favorite movies.
Was he also in Gremlins 2?
He probably was. Because did Joe Dante direct Gremlins 2?
I think so.
He's one of those guys that you see him in a lot of shit, but you don't really know his name.
He's also dead, sadly.
Oh, shit, is he? R.I.P. that motherfucker.
Yeah, Gremlins 2 is directed by Joe Dante.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, he made some good stuff. He also made Small Soldiers, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Our friend Cadis, speaking of gremlins, he asked a question. He says, "Did you see the NECA figure of the Predator and Mohawk Gremlin that is done like a polygon image? I saw them at Comic-Con and I was just at. They look pretty cool."
I have not seen them at all, but that sounds amazing because they're doing a lot of crossovers now, and I'm really excited about it. and that's going to be probably some more stuff I buy that I don't have the money for.
Shit you don't need.
Yeah, shit I don't need, nor do I have the money for.
Well, that's okay. You're gonna make it big with your next movie.
God, I hope so.
Let's Dion, are you gonna get the NECA Predator with the mohawk?
I did see that probably. I told myself that I was like, I don't need another, but I'm like, it actually looks pretty sweet, so I probably end up getting it.
I mean, who else is gonna fight your Eddie Guerrero figures?
Jeff,
Yeah, a ladder.
Kerwin White.
I'd buy a Kerwin White action figure.
I would too. I almost bought that Virgil, and I'm very upset that I didn't.
Well, Christmas is coming up.
Yeah,
Get that fuck money in that meat sauce, boy.
that's right.
Tim Ricks, thank you very much. He says they better not step all over the Mandalorian lore from the Clone Wars. That will piss off fans too.
Yeah, they will then.
They're going to do it. Be prepared for it. It's going to happen. Not the first episode, but maybe the ones after that. So
Yeah, they'll honey dick you in the parlance of our times into that first episode.
they honey dick you in the drive-thru.
Fuck you! I was just about to say that.
Yeah, they'll suck you in with that first one. You'll be like, "Oh my god, this is balls to the wall. This is gonna be everything I want it to be," and then they will fuck you over.
Remember, they did that with the Twilight Zone, the Jordan Peele Woke Light Zone.
Yeah,
the
they
first
did.
episode
Holy
was
crap.
pretty damn good.
And I would just like to take the time to apologize to everybody for everything bad that's ever happened in the world.
Jeez.
As you should.
Still kidding.
Half of me feels compelled to forgive you, and the other half wants me to tell you to take a leap.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Oh my god.
Just saying. Red Monarch says, no, Spider-Man 70s theme song. So now, Red Monarch, you mean that funky jazzy rendition from the live-action show, right? Because the great Spider-Man cartoon theme songs from 1967. So the one, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Love it. Would be number 2 on my list. Just for the iconic nature of the lyrics. Plus, everybody knows the words.
Oh yeah.
Like if I went up to anybody and went, Spider-Man, blank. I finished the lyrics. Does whatever a spider can. I'm like, okay, I'll give you $1 if you can see the next line. Spins the web any size. Another $1. Catches thieves.
And he always gets extra large fries. Oh yeah.
Here comes the spider dude. So let's see. True Blue American says, glad you're better, Jeff. Thank you very much, True Blue American. I am happy to be better. I'm having a great time tonight. Rumor is Spider-Man is going to resume next week. Do you mean like back with Marvel and Sony? Like they're going to work out the deal? Because we don't know. I personally don't know. We covered it a little bit on the podcast the last time we had a show, which would have been
2 weeks
last
ago.
Thursday. Yeah. Well, no.
10 days ago.
Yeah. But yeah, I like I said on the podcast proper, I don't side with Disney on all of this. There's all kinds of rumors and innuendo.
Yeah, one thing I really hated, everybody's ready to boycott Sony. I was like, no, Disney's the bad ones here, not Sony.
Yeah. It's like everybody got the side of the fight wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll find out next week. I'll be following the story. Like I said, I have a Marvel video that I've been working on. It's kind of a heavy-hitting one, like a lot of our videos are. So just be on the lookout for that, True Blue American. And thank you very much for your wishes of my health. I feel better. Thank you. Demogeny, there he is. He says, I don't care how pretty Lucasfilm makes a trailer. There will be no forgiving what they've done to Luke. And without no chance of the trio together, F them.
That's
man.
fair.
Yeah, that's fair. Like I said, we can't change how you feel, but we can check out the show and tell you if we think it's worth your time. D. Lunar Fox says Horror Hound 2019 is going to be lit. You damn right. The first Horror Hound 2019 was lit with the bear fucker girl.
Oh yeah, that was this.
Holy shit, yeah.
and then one other chick we saw there.
You realize since we had Horror Hound in March, we've gained over 27,000 subscribers.
Fantastic.
Hell
Yeah, so that's a big jump from, then to now and double. So I'm hoping we have a pretty good line at the show.
I hope so too.
The weird part is no matter where we've gone, we've always had lines at our shows. So that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. Folks, if you meet us, we might be
Air
drunk.
gift.
So yeah, bring booze. So let's see. Dreary Nitpicker, I like that name, says, grew up with Gary Berghoff's son, Miles, in Paradise. Do you know who Gary Berghoff is?
Yeah, that's Radar O'Reilly.
Okay. Sorry.
Tonight's been the most relevant he's been in decades.
Yeah. Pretty much it. I mean, yeah. Is Jamie Farnan or whatever his name is still alive?
I don't know. But I will say this, the MASH movie is way better than the TV show could ever hope to be.
Yeah, because it's serious, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's comedy. It's comedy, but there is some seriousness to it. But the TV show, from what I've watched, it's like Alan Alda sniffing his own ass.
Oh, Can we get that as an official description on the DVD box set for MASH's 50th anniversary? It's 20 hours of Alan Alda smelling his own ass.
Director's cut.
We get bored one day and we just dub our own episode of MASH. You smell that? I'm hot. Let's see. Dio Brando, thank you very much. He says, is stuffed and mounted hunting related or Dion's is stuffed and mounted hunting related to Dion's search history? Yeah, I can't speak.
I mean, depends on the afternoon, if it's ain't got shit else going on, could be.
I mean, if Lena Dunham's dressed like a deer, yeah.
Can we not?
I mean, I don't want her to do it either, but I have no control over what she does or what Dion thinks about
That's
it.
a different type of shot to take.
Obi-Wan 27883 says, I did bring booze, Jeff. LOL, you did. Not only did you bring booze, you brought a lot of it. So I was at the end of my sickness, and I was like, I don't think I should drink anything. And then I think it was Kendo was like, you should get whiskey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that conversation.
You're complaining about how you're like, my throat is extremely sore, and I'm like, dude, just sip some whiskey, you'll feel better in no time.
It worked. It worked.
Yeah. What kills germ? Alcohol.
Yeah.
Need I say more?
So we actually have one more thing we want to cover real quick before we go, because this has been a 2 hour and 15-minute show. It's been pretty good. We still have 806 people watching. Talk about a hell of a retention rate for this weekend show.
I know.
So
I know it's been good.
we need to. We'll stick with our podcast properly, but Saturday seems like a good night to crack a cold one open with the boys. So if you're out there and you enjoy our Saturday streams, press 1. We can make some more shit happen for you guys. So speaking of making stuff happen, if you look at your screen, IGN's score for Joker is out, and holy shit, am I surprised? Are you guys looking at the screen?
Yeah, fucking IGN.
True, but it's currently got an 85% on Rotten Tomatoes. I am surprised that this movie is getting the scores that it's getting. I want this movie to be awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I have to see it for myself before I make any judgment. But based on what you've seen with the new Joker trailer and everything, what are your thoughts on this movie, moving into it?
I want to see it bad. The trailer looked dope as shit. As crazy as Joaquin Phoenix is, I want to see the shit out of this movie. If anything, it's gonna make me want to see it more. And I just, dude, I can't fucking wait. I'm pumped, way more pumped than I thought I was gonna be.
Yeah, dude, I'm all in, man. I know I had reservations about the idea of them making a Joker origin story. I didn't like the idea. The first trailer, I was just kind of like, But the new trailer came out. I'm like, okay, I got to see this movie because it does look like it could be really good.
Yeah, that new trailer. I mean, I was already sold on the movie after I saw the first trailer, but this new one, holy shit, I was pumped. I cannot wait to see this movie. We'll obviously review it for the channel. Okay, Google, Joker release date. No, it's
Joker came out in the United States of America on October 4th, 2019.
Oh, it did. It's August, Google. So I guess thank you from the fucking future. No, but it seems like a fun movie, and I don't mean fun as in lighthearted, whatever, but just something different to watch in the comic book genre. And I'm interested to see how Batman goes moving forward, because there's rumors that it's going to start Batman's going to be in 1996, so it'll be taking place in the past. Are we going to get more period piece superhero movies? Are we going to get more Shazam was really it was modern day, but it was a nice standalone piece of film.
Shazam was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. That was really, really hilarious.
Yeah. I like that movie. Post Justice League, DCEU has been pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
I really like Aquaman. A lot of people seem to hate it based off of like,
which
I know
is
Mahler
weird
ripped
as
it apart
shit.
and stuff, but like I enjoy it.
Yeah, people hated it, but it made $1 billion.
Hey, so
Well,
was the
which
Last
people
Jedi.
said about people said about Star Wars, but it's just the critiques of Aquaman, just a lot of them don't make any sense. So whatever. But
So I'm intrigued. I did not expect to live in a world where Joker was getting rave reviews like this.
that's crazy. I can't wait to watch it, dude. It's fucking, and especially it's the pre face paint Joker that I'm really excited to see, like his turn into madness. Joaquin Phoenix seems to fucking get it, man. Looks good.
Yeah, we'll see. I know every time a Joker comes out, they're trying to reinvent it. Oh, we're going to be the next Heath Ledger. I'm not going to say that about Joaquin Phoenix because he can't be the next Heath Ledger. Now, Jared Leto tried very hard to be.
Oh,
Yes.
Jesus. Dude, he even copied the things he did on set by fucking with people and everything like that. And I was like, why are you doing what Heath Ledger did? You're just copying that and you're just being an asshole. So
I'm not going to kill you. I'm just going to hurt you real bad.
yeah, and I mean that was a failure and it was dumb. Even with the deleted scenes they had of him on there, it was just like it still wasn't worth it.
It's like, yay, Macklemore's the Joker. Great. Can't fucking wait. Didn't work out. Suicide Squad was shit.
That's why they're making a part 2.
Well, hey, it's Hollywood. If it fails the first time, do it because it sold t-shirts at Hot Topic.
Can I get that on a t-shirt? Because I want that.
At Target, but not Hot Topic.
We'll have our, we'll have merchandise soon, so we'll make that a shirt.
Yeah. This trailer does look the new trailer does look really, really good. As much as like I'm not interested in Joker. I mean, to me, I don't think he needs a backstory. I think he's scary without one. And kind of giving him a backstory I don't know, it's just weird to me for him to have a solid backstory. It's just odd. I'm not a fan of it, but this does look interesting, and I am probably gonna watch it with you guys. So
yeah, I'm not gonna call it a channel movie that we have to all see opening night, but I'm hoping it's fun. That's all I can say. Let's read these super chats and then say our outros, folks. So first off, Obi-Wan 27883 says, "Now we know where Mike Zero gets his future Star Wars content." Okay, Google. LOL. And now I just Googled LOL.
I'm sorry, I lost track. Can you rephrase that?
No, I cannot. Google. Joseph Bienowitz sent in $5 with no message. Thank you very much, Joseph. We appreciate that. Cadis82 sent $2 without a message. Thank you very much. Logan Michael, Anti-Funko Pops, says, "Joker will come out on my birthday. Pop gay. Also, if NECA could make another Myers figures, would you want it to be from H4 or H2O?" Nick, you go first.
I want H2O and I also want Resurrection because that was the best Michael Myers movie.
Says one guy in America. Samoan America.
Oh god, that Resurrection is a guilty pleasure of mine. I love that movie. It's so much trash. It is pure 90s trash. It is like, it was like when I think MTV Fear was still like a thing and reality TV was just coming up. And you had and Busta Rhymes was famous and so was Tyra Banks at the time. So you had them in the movie. Like, oh man, it was it was fun stuff.
I'm going to give Logan Michael if I have to answer your question of those two, I would say H4 because you can't get a proper H2O Michael Myers because the mask changes in the movies. Yeah. But I would want a proper NECA H1 Michael Myers mask or figure. That's the only one. Like if you say, hey, do you want Michael Myers toys? Yeah. From what movie? One, always. I don't care. I want it to look as accurate to that first film as possible. Other than that, I'm not really interested. But on the weird flip side, Nick, I would prefer all my Freddy Krueger stuff to be based off of Part 3 because he has stripes on his sleeves instead of the Part 1 solid red sleeves. So.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, there's been a lot of good Freddy stuff coming out as well from NECA. They've been hitting it hard with Freddy and Jason, a lot, man. It's been really good.
Yeah, it's a great time to be a horror collector.
Oh, definitely.
You can pretty much get everything.
Oh yeah.
So let's see. Cadus82, thank you very much. She says, not going to hold my breath on Joker. Again, like with Star Wars, you can wait for our review.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll be
Very
honest.
interested, though, still. Very interested.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy it's Scorsese. That gives me a little bit of hope. But again, it is Scorsese doing a comic book movie, so that's kind of like.
Remember, Scorsese's only producing it. It's Todd Phillips.
I keep forgetting. You keep telling me that. I keep forgetting that shit. Yeah, okay.
I mean, it's the guy that did The Hangover.
That's true.
Our friend Drury Nitpicker says, hey, guys, big fan. I hate to ask, but I'm trying to raise money. I lost everything in a fire, and I have no insurance. Any ideas? I mean, local, like, are there community programs? I mean, I'm not trying to get religious, but I know a lot of churches help people out.
Yeah.
You could try that. You could try maybe your local news. You could get on there, ask for help like that, tell your story. Because a lot of times they do, like, people pieces on the news all the time, and people do, help out and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You guys have any more ideas?
I mean, outside of fan, not fan crowding, but
crowdfunding.
Thank you. Crowdfunding is a big thing.
Fan crowding.
I don't know how many fans
crowding.
you got. They'll help you out, man. But all you said the news. I mean, obviously, your local, Salvation Army and a lot of Goodwill places will do shit like that. Where hey, I lost all my shit in the fire. They'll just give you stuff. So that's probably that's the first thing I would do. Salvation Army or Goodwill, man, they love helping people out with that stuff.
Yeah.
Red Cross too.
Yeah, them too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yep, specifically Red Cross. Yeah.
So, Dreary Nitpicker, let us know what's up, man. Well, I'm assuming you're a dude. Sorry. I'm sorry to hear about what happened with you.
Yeah, that's horrible, man.
Never good.
Never smoke in the bed.
No. That's all I can say, Dion. No.
Yeah, man, don't do it.
Does Hillary smoke in the bed?
Just Cubans.
Now wait a minute, Dion. Dion, no.
Chris Wicks, thank you very much. He says, "Sup, boys? Not interested in a Joker movie. I don't care to know about his origins or want him to be humanized. Joker is the devil reincarnate."
That's good. I like that.
It's fair. Yeah, I mean, it's fair.
I mean, you're right.
I do like that, because I think this one's supposed to be a standalone. It's not supposed to be connected to the DCEU. So that's why I'm very okay with it. It's supposed to be a little vacuum thing. So, let's see what the fuck they got.
Remember, Batman 89 gave the Joker an origin story, and we love that movie.
It's true.
Yes, and he has an origin technically in a few of the comics as well. So.
Well, it wasn't also like something. Was it the red hood or something that he was?
Well, that's what he was before. Yep.
Okay, because I remember watching that cartoon with you guys as well, and like that was an origin that he had too.
Oh, you mean in the Killing Joke? Yeah,
the Killing Joke. Yeah, that's what
people
it was.
like to say that's him breaking mentally and all that stuff. So there's a lot of ways for you to interpret the the Joker. I prefer the cartoon version, even though technically they give his origin in the cartoon. Mm-hmm. They call him Jack Napier, and they show him in Mask of the Phantasm. Yep. So they show a pre-Joker Joker. Darth Tika, what's up? He says, "Sup, my dudes? Good show tonight. I'm on the fence about the Joker film. Rotten Tomato also gave The Last Jedi a high score. We all know how that turned out."
Well, being on the fence is a popular position to take tonight.
Fuck you, Kendo.
Yeah. So, but Dark Tico, yeah, man. I'm hesitant too. I'm surprised, but I'm still interested in the movie. Like, we'll find out in a month.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go see that in Milwaukee, which is Algonquin for the good land.
Yes, it is.
It's also the only major American city to elect 2 socialist mayors.
Yeah, I mean, it's had its fair share of visitors. You're just going to be another one.
Yeah. Does this guy had a party or what?
That's right.
Itapakuyan's The Place to Be Reviews says, "Hail WCBS, at least the Joker isn't woker."
That we know of yet.
Yeah,
that
that's
would
true.
be a problem.
Because it looks like it's based in the 60s or 70s almost.
It takes place in 1985.
Okay, 1985. Yeah. All right, I'm way off. We don't know yet. It could be. We haven't seen the movie, so who knows?
By the way, chat, we are going to go see It Chapter 2 next Friday. We already have post-Horror Hound plans. So Saturday morning, next Saturday, September the 7th, we will have our Good Morning Pop Culture review live on camera with all of us. So don't miss next week's Good Morning Pop Culture. And if it does crazy numbers like this tonight's show, maybe I'll bring it back for a week or something. Who knows?
Who knows?
Logan Michael, Anti-Funko Pop, thank you very much. Dion, you might not like this message.
Oh, fuck.
If K-pop were a person, I would beat them to death.
God damn, dude.
Jeez.
Wow.
Who hurt you?
Show me on the doll. Tell me on the doll where K-pop touched you.
In my pop. He touched me in my pop.
I have no thank you, Dr. Coffin Nails. I missed you too. I have no anger towards K-pop, but it's country music that I can't stand.
I'm not a fan of this.
I can't do that shit, man. I can't.
Can you do a puke cam if you guys do a drunk show again? Of course we're gonna do drunk shows again.
Yeah.
Who do you think we are? It's us.
We don't puke though.
The first time you've ever listened to our channel? Because
We don't puke. No, he wants us to do a puke cam if we do get sick. We've never puked from doing any of our drunk commentaries. But that new drinking game, dude, fucked us up.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was funny. Jessie got mad because we took her drinking game and did it better.
Yeah, I know. We did.
I saw the video she put out.
Or I put the 20 in her face.
Yeah, I saw that. It was hilarious. I was just like, God damn it.
Yeah, oh man. That was so much fun.
Yeah. So 20 come into the frame and she's trying to play it off, and I'm just like, that's Jeff's hand. I know who that is.
Yeah, there was no plans to do it. I was okay. So the last video I uploaded, which did really well, I was over there working on it. I had my microphone or my headphones in. I'm sitting there editing audio, and I could hear her talking. I'm just like, all right, cool. And then I hear her starting to talk about us, and I knew what she was making, and I went, uh-oh. And so I thought, all right, she's sitting there complaining about cultural appropriation, this and that. So I just pull out that 20 and put it in the frame. She goes, no, take that back. I was like, all right, you should have taken the 20 and then complained some more.
It was gold. Oh man, it was so funny.
Yes, Obi-Wan, it was drinking on the Captain Marvel stream that messed us up because people would send in here, drink 4 beers at once.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it was insane. It was insane.
I'm not going to say don't do that because please do, but at the same time, my next 2 days are pretty much useless.
Yeah, space them out a bit.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah. 1 every 5 minutes.
Yeah, we're not trying to sprint. It's a marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah. All within the confines of the movie.
True. But we do appreciate the enthusiasm.
Yeah, just keep it coming. I'll chug the beers. I'm a man. They're not.
I didn't say I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, that's all I'm hearing.
Motherfucker.
That's all I'm hearing.
Motherfucker.
Oh, Dion, you have a fake account. Dion's chair is here. He says, I miss drinking your sweat, Dion. Please come back. Let's forget what happened and move on.
I've made it,
what
boys.
to do with that.
I've made it. I got a fake account. I have made it. Goddamn right. Holy shit. Miss drinking my sweat. Oh boy. I've made it. God damn it.
You are. You're only 8,000 accounts behind Jeremy.
Yeah.
But I'll go make 100 videos, and today we'll be good to go. Chris Wicks, wow, thank you very much. She says, hail, BSers, a small donation to the Horror Hound Survival Fund. Happy trails.
Thank you, Chris Wicks. You're the man. We love you.
So now I'm going to, I guess I'll get us a bottle of something.
Ooh.
Well, if Tim Riggs shows up, he always brings the Don Julio.
Oh, yeah, he brings, dude, I love the Don Julio. It's so nice.
You know what we should do is we should go buy liquor with Brian Lape and then forget our IDs.
Yeah. Yeah, we should do that.
Oh, God.
Especially after you pull out your stupid Apple phone and use your stupid Apple Maps that takes us 5 blocks around where you point and say, according to the map, it is right there, 2 blocks that way. If we go straight through there, we will be there in a minute and a half, 2 minutes. And he's like, no, we got to go this way, blah, blah, blah. And yeah.
Yeah, we love you, Brian Late, Channel Dad.
Yeah.
But if you get us denied booze this time, even though you're driving, we will leave you.
Oh yeah. We will hit you.
Find a way.
We will each hit you with a stone cold stunner.
Ooh.
To show you our disapproval.
Dude, read the screen. Gator Bricks. His sweat is 80 proof. That's how you get a cheap buzz.
There you go. It's a fairly accurate statement.
Fucking love this community. Jhando4, thank you very much. Says, sup, WCBS. Speaking of which, Batman 89 was comic movie gold. RoboCop was also gold. Both were or / better than the MCU Phase 4 crap. I agree with everything you just said.
Yeah, and also they were. Well, I think RoboCop was more violent than Batman was, but I mean, they were. I think slightly they were. I think RoboCop may have had slightly a bigger body count than Batman. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to run the numbers on that.
I don't remember they're showing a guy get his hand shot off with a shotgun in Batman, but I might have to watch it again.
Don't you remember?
See, you need to get the director's cut, Kendo.
It's the understatement of the century. I think RoboCop was slightly more violent than Batman.
I mean, not wrong.
Only slightly by 1980 standards.
Yeah.
Sayonara, RoboCop.
That's right. Maybe if they would have showed Johnny Gobbs actually take that walk off a roof, you kind of be getting close to the violence of RoboCop, but you still be pretty far off.
Bat.
Yeah, and if you would have just dropped that guy, be like, all right, now we're getting up there.
Don't kill me, man! Don't kill me! Fuck you! Ah! That's the opening of the movie.
Oh, jeez.
People are like, what is this? It's Batman. And then it's just the credits roll. I'd watch that. Oh man, sign me up. McKee90, thank you very much. He says, evening and happy Labor Day weekend, y'all.
Thanks, buddy.
Amen to that.
You guys got anything planned for this weekend?
Cooking and drink.
Cooking and drinking. The Dion Green story.
Yeah, I've got 2 fantasy football drafts tomorrow, but that's about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Dragon Con tomorrow and pick up some stuff and do a couple more panels, and get the hell out.
I'm going to a family barbecue on Monday, but I have channel stuff to do until then. So there we go. Hope you guys have fun this Labor Day weekend. Labor Day has always been a weird holiday because I don't think I got it off during school because I went to private school. So
okay.
Yeah, it wasn't like hey, we're off for Labor Day. It's like, hey, public school's off today. Thanks. Dion's Chair sent in 2 super chats. First off, I miss your juice. I miss your juice, Dion.
Oh God! Oh God!
And this is how you read Dion Chair super chats. Dion's sticky juice is my favorite.
That's how Dion's Chair actually talks.
Yeah, that's how Dion likes it.
Hey, buddy, I'm drunk off your sweat.
Dion, how's it going, Dion?
So, Dion, does it mean your chair drinks your booty sweat and eats your busts a nut bar?
Yeah,
probably. Probably.
Chair's covered in all his doo butter.
Dion Pacino.
Al Pacino chinos. I love that movie. Pop an ass open.
Pop an ass open. Drinking booty set and busting in the nut.
I love you, Nance. What? Nance. I said Nance.
Nance. So when you wrote booty sweat, were you thinking about putting your nuts on Lance's forehead?
Oh.
Robert Downey Jr., the only man that can do blackface and not offend anybody.
Yeah.
No, it offended plenty of people.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of people that were pissed off about it, but they were told pretty much just to shut up.
Yeah, it was 2008. Times were simpler back then.
That's true.
Holy shit. Do you realize our poll over on Twitter has over 1,200 votes already?
Fantastic.
Yeah, you know what? We'll close out the show with looking at the poll. So, folks, thank you guys for everything that you do. We appreciate you here on World Class Bullshitters. We appreciate you here in the Fandom Menace as well. Remember, The High Council is not dead. The High Council will be this Tuesday night here on World Class Bullshitters. We will feature a guest, a big guest, Robot Head, a man with millions of views based on his discussions of The Last Jedi, and you're going to get to hear some of his first very public thoughts on the Rise of Skywalker, the build up to this. We'll talk about Galaxy's Edge. We're going to have a lot of fun on Tuesday night, so that'll be here Tuesday night, World Class Bullshitters, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm back. I'm better. Boom. So looking at the poll, I asked a simple question. Will the Rise of Skywalker save Disney Star Wars? 11% said yes, 11% said other, 79% said no.
Yeah, that's pretty telling.
That's probably the most accurate poll that we're going to have to date.
Yeah, probably. So hope you guys enjoy our poll. Giggity. So, folks, on your way out, hit that thumbs up button. We appreciate it. We appreciate everyone watching. Huge numbers. Fuck, Saturday night is all right for streaming. That should be our new song. That'll be on Party Boob. That'll be on Party Boob.
Yeah.
So, Nick, promote your channel on the way out, sir.
No problem. I run my own channel. It's called Real Independent Productions, real with 2 E's because film pun. We do a show every Friday called Scary Drunk. This Friday, we talked about... this last Friday we talked about I keep thinking it's Thursday, it's messed me up. Talked about American Psycho 2. And how horrible it was.
Yeah. Mila Kunis.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a rough one. Also, I started a new podcast because I have nothing better to do with my life with Richard Tanner, and it's called The Campfire, where we talk about Art for the Dark. So if you're interested in that, give that a watch or a like, and tell us what you think about that. We do 2 episodes per we talk about 2 episodes per podcast, so that's fun. It's shorter and it's more concise. It's just us having fun as usual. But I started that one up, so check that out too, and give it a like, give it a share, help us out. Anything you can do helps us. So
can I join in for the Ryan Gosling episode?
It's been really weird because we put out the first episode and then it got picked up by Morbidly Beautiful, which is a horror central horror news website. Mm-hmm. They picked it up and they're posting it on their stuff as well. So it's been weird. We only had 1 episode out. And we also got somebody who reached out to us on Twitter who wrote the companion book for Art for the Dark. He wants to go on an episode.
Oh, nice.
So that's only 1 episode out.
Damn, could you imagine if we had that kind of success our first episode?
Yeah, no kidding.
It's really weird, and we've already recorded. Yeah, we're up to 4 now. We've recorded we recorded 3 more, so we're good. But that's where we are now. It's been kind of weird. I'm very happy with it.
So before we go, Dion's special horse, Little Biscuit, sent in 2 super chats. It says, okay, so if Dion's chair is further back, Dion's horse, Little Biscuit. Let's see, how does a horse sound? I consume Dion's sweat in a different way. I sound like Richard Nixon.
Yeah, that horse is not a crook.
I am not a crook. I'm not going to do a voice.
Oh,
what?
The next one?
Should I do it in the voice?
Yeah.
Let's do it in the voice.
My secret ingredient for my Little Biscuits are Dion's sticky juice.
Easy there, Tricky Dick.
Jesus.
So good. God damn, I love this. I am so happy to have my health. So there we go.
And apparently my sticky juice.
I don't need that, just my health. You keep the sticky juice and make D3, 4, 5, 6, 12, and 98, respectively speaking. So, folks, this has been episode 187 of World Class Bullshitters. Now, on a Saturday night, we take a dump on the world of pop culture. If you enjoyed this episode, please let us know. Share it all over social media, and help us spread the word. Fandom Menace is stronger united than divided. So, we will be back. I will be back on Tuesday with a video proper, and I'm getting back into the swing of things, making videos regularly because I'm over being on my deathbed. Thank you for everyone who's shown concern. I appreciate all the well wishes. Made me feel really good about the community and made me feel special. So thank you guys very much. Thursday, we will not have a live podcast. Why? Because we're going to go to Horror Hound the next day and due to travel and stuff, it's always kind of hard to stay up late, do a show, go to work, travel, this and that. So you'll hear next from the Bullshitters on Saturday. It'll be fun. We'll have our Good Morning Pop Culture. And I said, do not forget the High Council this week here on the channel with Robot Head as our special guest. So if you guys need us, Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, all those places, we're able to be contacted at. Finally, you're going to get the go-ahead from, what's the other Patreon opposite? Oh, God, what's it called? Not GoFundMe. Oh, God. Subscribestar. They finally reached out. Jeez. So it looks like we're going to be on there fucking finally. So thank you to them. But, folks, go over to Patreon, listen to After Hours, go get yourself some of that video content we produced. Hold on.
We have too much super chats.
Oh, God. Dion's little horse, our special horse, says, Sticky Juice. There we go. Oh, my God. This is going to be somebody's ringtone.
Yeah.
Here we go. Ready, Dion?
Yes.
I love Dion's doo-doo butter and his sticky juice.
That's like a horse mess with the Joker and shit, and it just makes me uncomfortable.
Play with me.
Oh, Jesus.
How about this, Dion? Does this make you uncomfortable?
Don't do it. Don't. God damn it. I gotta take my headphones off of ear.
Dion, I'm right behind you, Dion.
When we talk about sticky juice.
Why are my friends such assholes?
Because you love
Don't
us.
you do it. I heard you clear your throat. Don't you fucking do it. God damn
it. Dion, what's up, Dion?
So at the risk of... Oh, shit. Here we go. Here's another one. Play with me, Dion.
See, I never thought that I'd be on the
just...
show where the fans and my castmates fucking turn on me.
Yeah, Dion, you should play with him. You should play with him, Dion. Do it.
No.
Do it,
Dion, do it.
Every time you do that, I have to take one of the fucking headphones off my ear.
Why is that,
Dion?
I hate all of you.
You know you love us, Dion.
Anyway, folks, we're going to go before I kill my best friend by accident. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, we'll be back later with more. Don't miss next weekend because we're going to have maybe some surprise live streams as well as, being on camera. And maybe we'll... Dion, what celebrity do you hope to meet at Horror Hound this year?
I mean, every year it's going to be Sigourney Weaver. That's going to be the number one wish for me every year, no matter what.
Dion, we got another one.
Panties.
We got another special message from Dion's special horse, Little Biscuit.
Yeah.
I'm special.
Jesus. Fucking clown murderer.
Our friend Chuck wants to know why you don't like horses, Dion. Do you care to tell Chuck one more time for the listeners out there at home?
Are you afraid of him? I can't. I'm not afraid of him. I just don't like him. I cannot bring myself to ride someone with its own brain, something that's bigger than a person. And if it decides that it doesn't want you to fucking ride you anymore, it just doesn't. And it just throws you off and it fucking paralyzed Superman.
I have a question for you, Dion.
Yes.
If there was a point in my life where I needed you to guide a horse by a rope somewhere, would you do it for me?
Absolutely, I'd do that. I mean, if I have to, I can stomach it. I'm not gonna fucking ride the bastard, but
just ask him.
Yeah.
Okay. Ask him for future reasons. Logan Michael Anti-Funko Pop says, thanks for the stream. Have a good one. Pop gay.
Amen.
Barbarella Alpha says, it's okay, Dion. My younger sister got kicked by a horse when she spooked it.
See? Yeah. They fucking will kick you right in the fucking face.
Well, don't antagonize them.
I don't antagonize. I don't even go near him.
Well, I know. I've seen you cross the street to avoid them at all costs.
That was the first Horror Hound we did.
It was taking up the sidewalk, so I went across the street because I didn't want, it's more
they
sidewalk.
Were not taking up the sidewalk. We were able to traverse the sidewalk just fine behind those horses.
No, I think you're remembering it wrong.
I don't know. Jeff and Nick were there. They remember it the same way.
Yeah.
Well, they're biased, obviously, because I was getting tortured audibly. My spine was cringing so hard with the ASMSR that I apparently joined here in the last 10 minutes.
How could we be torturing you like that walking down the street?
No, I'm saying there were two. You're torturing me now, and then at the time, I was trying to not, be on the sidewalk that was being taken up by this horse. So they're just two separate instances as well, is where I was going.
Well,
but
Dion,
again, I can't trust him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm glad you'll do me that favor one day in the future. But anyway, Logan Michael Anti-Funko Pop says Dion sticky juice tastes like nickels. LMAO.
What the hell?
I don't even fucking know anymore.
There we go.
God.
I continue to love you. I continue. You continue to be one of my favorites because of shit like that.
Dion's
like
nickel
nickels.
flavored sticky juice.
Yeah.
Tastes
All
like
right.
nickels.
That's the
Get in the
perfect
condiments aisle.
perfect way to end this show. So, folks, thank you for watching. We appreciate each and every one of you out there, and thank you for everyone for helping the channel to grow. This is also a celebration. We hit 133,000 subscribers this week, so yay us, yay you, and yay to Dion's special sticky juice that tastes like nickels.
That's right.
Dion, I've been a friend. We've been friends for a decade. I've learned shit about you I never wanted to learn about. So there we go.
You're welcome.
The show continues to keep our friendship interesting. All right, folks, thank you for watching. We'll be back next time with more. And as always, be excellent to each other.
Sticky juice.
Gross.
Jesus.
Sticky juice.